Welcome back to Podcast Tak Berlesen, and today is the English episode. This is the podcast where I still don't know what to call it. You know, sometimes we talk personality, sometimes we talk
It's a podcast
whatever.
forecast.
Yeah, we just talk whatever we want to talk, right?
Yeah, if you guys enjoy as well, I mean, let's just continue lah.
Yeah, and you know what? The last time I checked our analytics, 90% of you that watch the podcast did not subscribe. So you know what to do now.
Let's
you know?
make it 85%.
Yeah,
I'm not going for zero.
let's bring it closer, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, this is not a glitch. In case of you watching, like literally watching the podcast, this is Lynn's idea.
I mean, we don't have a third camera. We need more subscribers and viewers for that.
That's why we need more subscribers.
Yeah,
I like how the angles are. Okay, so but as usual, we're gonna go with our opening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lynn,
Yes.
what is the most extreme physical activity that you have ever done?
Waking up.
Did they just swear? Okay, I think we're past the first few minutes already. Okay, it was loud enough.
So fast.
Yeah, that was genuine reaction.
Wait, the hardest thing that I've done physically, huh? It's not motorboating. What is it?
Oh, motorboating?
Motorboating is something else.
Okay.
It's waterboarding. Waterboarding.
What's waterboarding?
Not balding.
What?
Waterboarding is like you behind the boat and they just pull you and you're like.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that is the most hardcore thing with my weight that I can do.
Okay. With your weight.
I need to add on that specifically because I want to do a lot of stuff, but they were like, for safety reason, you cannot.
Does that include climbing, or have you tried
Yes.
climbing?
Like, you need someone heavier at the bottom so that
Okay.
you can do climbing, and there's none. So I cut, and also the weight limit of the cable.
All right. So lucky enough, our guest here is probably lighter than me, maybe because he.
I thought you're almost like 10 kilogram lebih kurang, you know.
Yeah. Oh, 10 kilograms is a lot. Okay.
That's why I say it's like almost the same.
Okay, we will make sure that one of these days, okay, who's the
Okay.
lighter one?
Oh,
Because
wow.
he's into bouldering.
Oh,
Yeah.
gate.
Not boulders.
Boulder gate.
Cannot run away from weeps, right? Yeah. We have HusKKiee.
Oh my
Hi.
god, what a grand review.
Wow.
Told you it's not a scam. Not a glitch. Yeah.
Actually, like the whole time I was like the profession of me is like, is it recording? Is it has the recording started?
Yeah.
Is you
It's red.
did we press? Is it
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. We don't have those fancy, on the camera lights yet.
I don't know.
Not yet.
The only thing, the only way I know in the most budget way is you press start recording on OBS. So I thought like, is it press? Okay, it's not.
We don't use OBS. Come on.
I'm sorry.
I mean, technically we do, but
I haven't reached that stage yet.
If we have a chance to OBS to fix itself, so that we can record, it's broken.
yep.
Oh.
Subscribers
Oh.
and we figure it out.
Every time we try to just fun fact for everyone at home. Every time we try to record on the thing itself, it does not work. So we are using our backup, which is recording with this. It still works for now.
Yep. And there are other better workarounds, but more subscribers.
I think you guys found a better option that always works
For now.
for
now.
hopefully it stays that way and then it keeps improving.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
No,
jinx
no,
it.
not jinx it.
Don't jinx it.
Speaking about bouldering, actually, I got this. Not sure if I got like this.
Let's not show the middle finger.
No, it's the ring finger. I lost some
Okay,
skin.
fair enough.
It's love.
Yeah, I lost some skin and then
Oh my god, that's a lot.
I got a
I mean, Lynn can relate.
I bumped my foot. I bumped my feet, so I got black blue on my left leg. It's part of it. Got plenty of scars. I have many battle scars on my arms, my feet.
Some cannot be seen.
Some cannot be seen. Even through long sleeves and long pants, it doesn't like protect you fully.
There's a lot of dirty jokes I can tell, but we are recording right now. So I'm not going to say any of this.
So before we go deeper onto, before we go to the origin story of HusKKiee, right? Why do you still keep doing bouldering? Like
Why?
got it already. Like,
battle
stop.
scars.
No.
There was once you had to go MPL on crutches. And
Wait, what? When was that?
I need to
like
show you guys. I need to share some photos of that afterwards. But so why I think so. First of all, I am very into sports. I used to play basketball,
Oh.
and then I tried handball, but it wasn't my thing.
okay.
Then I stuck with badminton. So badminton became like a big core part of my exercise, my sports routine. Then stopped for a while. Then I continued in college and after college. But the one thing about badminton is that you need people to play with. And then if your friends are not free and you don't know anyone that plays badminton, it's very hard to arrange the time to do so. But bouldering for me is very fun because I can do it alone with people. I get to meet a lot of people. It's very challenging. I like the challenge. I like the puzzle solving, and it keeps me healthy. I feel a lot more stronger than I was 2 years ago because I started 2 years ago.
Oh wow!
And
still recent lah.
yeah. So March 2023. March 2023.
After COVID, like legitly after COVID, 23.
23. So 2023. So it's like way after COVID.
After COVID, like,
But yeah, so started, tried it, loved it because in high school I went to those Camp Tasso, your curricular Baraba uniform.
Okay.
Those kind of
What's a tasso?
it's just what it's called.
Yeah.
They call it Camp Tasso, but it's
Camp
basically your
Tasso.
Baraba uniform like camp.
Okay.
And it's not just like in my own state. So you have Pahang representative, like Malacca, so every single state. Then we had it in Perlis, and they had rock climbing. So that was the first time I tried rock climbing. But obviously bouldering is without the harness, and the wall isn't like 10 meters tall. You can still jump down. But it's very fun. Very fun, keeps me healthy. And now I get withdrawals if I don't climb like for a while, for a period of time.
Withdrawal.
Yeah, I would wake up and be like,
addicted
"Hey, I
to
need to
it.
go gym, I need to go climb some walls."
What will happen if you don't?
No, I just feel very like
Something's missing.
I feel very restless. Yeah, something is missing. I feel like I have the mentality of those gym junkies, like no workout, then you feel like very uneasy all over.
Are you going to be in that level until you make a wall in your bedroom into a?
I mean that actually, that would be like the dream. When I say dream, I mean like when I accomplish the 100 other things I need to accomplish in life. But no, not that extreme.
Some people have the house with a lot a high chandelier, and your house is small.
Yeah, my
living room.
I think it's gotten to a point where if I travel, let's say I travel to out of state lah, like I go Johor or whatever, or let's say I go to like Singapore, which I did recently. One of the itinerary is I need to see if they have a climbing gym that I can go to.
It reminds me of the Kelvin Pang episode where he says that every country he goes, he wants to try the CC there.
Yeah, that's
something like that, right? But for me, it's the climbing gym.
I don't want to invite you to go to Batu Cave. I'm scared. Like, hey, where? Oh, he's up there.
Actually, but Batu Caves they have this program.
Yeah.
I think it's like 100 or 120 ringgit. Where I actually got introduced to it, I haven't went yet.
I haven't went yet. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you already did.
When I went to buy my latest climbing shoe like a month ago, the madam introduced us to it.
Ooh.
But we haven't went yet lah, so we'll see. I'm very scared of heights, by the way. So if you put me on a harness and
that's like a contradictory of your hobby.
Yeah, but you think about it, the tallest wall, I think for bouldering without harness is like 1.5, 2 meters. You could triple, quadruple that for your top rope, your auto belay. Yeah. Even though there's a harness, right? Auto belay is you have the machine, so you can just rappel down like some SWAT team. The top rope is you have a belayer, right? Someone you tie the harness around the guy's waist. He has to be heavier than you for sure.
Yep.
So even
are you
then,
looking at me?
I mean, it's just logic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
That is the scarier one. I tried auto belay once. Even with the machine, you look down once and you're like,
I'm good.
Okay. I remember reaching the top, and usually what you do is you just jump, you kick the wall, and then you just. I started climbing down until I got tired, and I'm like, okay, I close my eyes and
just let it go.
Yeah, it's very, very scary.
But do you plan to join like a competition in the future?
Yeah, is there a competition?
There's competition, every now and then. I just don't think I'm good enough. I'm nowhere close to being competition level.
How many more injuries does it take to reach that stage?
I don't know. It really depends. Yeah, some people probably never got injured and they can do way better than me.
And that means HusKKiee is not doing something right,
No,
I'm just the hard mode.
okay.
I'm physically weak. I'm physically weak, so like I brought many friends to try climb bouldering, and then they could do routes that I couldn't. Like my first time, I could barely do like a.
Something?
No, it's just like your raw strength. Like let's say raw strength itself, because beginners, they are not used to utilizing their whole body, so they would rely on just arm strength to like pull yourself out. It's like you're climbing ladders or whatever, right? You use your arms a lot. I don't have that when I started, so I could barely do a 2. and then my friends could do like 4, 5, and I'm like, that's the core difference.
And they're first timers.
Yeah, it doesn't help that it helps that they go to the gym also, so they already have the baseline. I had to build it like over time, but at least I'm physically stronger, I think.
Have you ever considered buying the mountain climbing mug? Do you know the mountain?
Oh yeah,
climbing
I saw
mug?
it. Like the
Mountain
handle is
climbing mug?
essentially a grip.
You know the grip they use to climb.
Uh,
It's like a pebble something.
Yeah.
So it's literally they don't have a handle. It's just that thing.
Yeah.
what they do is like you have to hook the.
No. So you grab it like how you would grab a hole.
Okay.
I think about it like is except for the instead of the handle, it's like
Let
the
me Google it for you.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
think of it like a piece of rock with a slit in between. Then you put your finger there and like you clamp it.
Oh,
So it's on both sides and you just
okay.
yeah.
All right. I think I have to like.
You
see
need
it.
to physically see it.
What?
It's quite dope though. Like it's something that I would buy.
It's a video there.
It's just showing you marks.
Yes, apa lah.
The first thing you see is like an ad, you know.
Okay.
So you see this?
Okay.
That usually is like on the mountain.
Yeah,
right?
so that is what we call a pinch.
What do you use that for? I want to use this mark.
It's more
No, it's
more
just- it's just
muscle.
aesthetic.
Aesthetic. It's nothing.
It's
for you
to-
to train your.
It's
when
a
you drink your
finger.
water.
Yeah, so
yeah.
so that hole is called a pinch. So it only speaks for yourself. You pinch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pinch it like that one probably is like you could pinch it like this, like 3 fingers, you know, your thumb on one side and then you use your index and middle finger on the other. That or you could use your middle finger and ring finger either way, and then you
It's
pinch
so cool as a mug and as a training because you can feel the mug as much as you want. So that means the difficulty is higher. So you have to hold it like that.
it. Honestly, you don't have to go that far. I think at this point it's just extra. There are plenty of ways to
Yeah, that's
train your fingers or your arms.
So
or-
this is just like while you drink your water, while you.
yeah.
train your-
If you want
it's
to-
addiction, like what happened to you?
No, but I've not gone until that stage.
Okay,
Now
so
we know
this-
what to get for him for
Yep,
Christmas or birthday.
There's another thing called a puzzle cube. It's literally a cube, but there's just a lot of these different types. So you need to like rotate it 360, and you need to like move around your hands to do it as well. There's a
What
lot.
are some fidget things?
It's a fidget thing, but for mountain climbers or for
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these stuffs. Like, if you want to like train at home, there's something they call the hang board, which name speaks for itself. It's the board where you hang from, but it's not just like one flat board lah. They have a different
shapes. I guess.
different
Oh, this is a rock.
shapes and depths, right? So you have like 3mm, 3mm hole, 2mm hole.
Oh,
So it's like to train your fingers when you hang. So like right now, I can hang comfortably with like 3 fingers without touching the ground.
I can't even do my whole hand.
I'm holding myself to come up with jokes that I can't say.
I know. I have.
I know.
I'm so
It's-
I'm just
Now you know, yeah, you know, like there's this inside joke where they say, if you want to date someone, date someone who climbs.
Oh, it's the same
Oh.
thing as playing someone. If you want to date a gamer, date someone who plays with controller.
Yes. Date someone
Oh.
who plays FPS on controller. Facts.
oh, now mobile games count as well.
What
you know,
happened to our show?
I
It's
mean,
like 18
sure. Yeah, sure.
right.
But the difference is that the mobile gamers are so much younger, like demographic wise.
I guess that's why we have a lot of stories. But never mind. Yeah, we will go there.
I'm gonna get you demonetized at the intro itself.
Oh, the funniest show, but we can't really see all the things.
Yeah, it's like a lot of white JT. I know, sort of thing. Oh man, okay.
Restrict yourself, brother.
I'm controlling myself. Okay.
Got off to a hot start.
Okay. To kind of cool down on the story, right? Let's go to the origin story of HusKKiee. So in case for you, however it is, the first time you knowing who HusKKiee is, how would you introduce yourself?
Like if I just meet someone,
Yeah, if you meet someone.
usually I just say, hi, my name is Brian. So I
Oh man, you're
Wait,
Brian,
okay.
your license name?
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
God.
meeting you for the first time.
Okay.
What do you do?
okay, I'll meet yeah, I'll just be like, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. My name is Brian. You are? And then you tell me your name,
Okay.
and then
And I ask you, what do you do?
yeah, if you ask me what I do, so just for context, I'm a very introverted, socially awkward person. So
Okay.
these are not my strong suits. But if you ask me what I do, if you are the one starting the conversation, then it's easier for me to reciprocate. If you ask me what I do, I'll just be like, I'm a freelance commentator for video games. That's what I always say.
That's a really elevator shift style
Right.
style answer. But what about you're stuck in that with them in a grab and
If-
they will say, "What's that?"
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh.
I've had a lot of similar experiences.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm a freelancer. I'm a freelance commentator for video games. Then they'll ask me what is it. I'm like, oh, you watch sports, right? Like football, basketball, badminton. You know the guy that talks about the matches. I do the exact same thing, but for video games.
Actually, that's the same example that I use.
Yeah, I
It's the
feel like
easiest
everyone
way
is
to
using
Yeah, it's
explain
the
it.
easiest way
Really?
to like describe it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
some of the response I get was probably, wow, I've never heard of that. You know, that sounds very cool.
Yeah.
Then if like it's an older crowd or like an older person, maybe like in the 30s, 40s, then they'll be like, oh yeah, my son or my daughter, they love video games. I see them watching like all these streamers. That's where you know that okay, you need to draw a distinction if they push on further, right? Because they will think that streamers and commentators are the same.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them. I'll be like, oh, actually, streamers is this, you know,
Yeah.
caster or commentators is something else, and then some of them will follow up with, so where do you usually stream? Which is the hardest question for me to answer because
But you
I-
have an answer now.
yeah, I mean I do, but I don't like, but it's like I don't know what to say, right? Because my definition of where do I stream is
Mm.
entirely up to the client.
Yeah, what's
Right,
the
where
platform that they want?
where's the tournament where's the platform that the tournament is streamed on? Like I personally don't stream as much. I mean I do
You
now and then
do?
now,
Yeah.
but previously I don't, right?
Uh-huh.
So previously I'll be like, depends on the on the client on where they want to stream the
Then it
show.
gets complicated to explain.
Yeah,
That's where it's like, man, it's a
the,
headache.
the rabbit hole is there. But I'm sad that you said like, oh, when someone older talking to you and you say 30.
I'm
30 plus, it's like, oh man, 30 plus.
I'm
is
sorry, I'm sorry.
older.
I'm
Uh,
about to enter that phase
I
two.
actually didn't catch that, but
I
okay.
can't, I was like, oh,
Oh,
30 plus
No,
is too old.
Oh.
To be fair, to be very fair, I've had people like my age or younger than me ask the same thing. It's just okay, in general, people who don't know about it, it's such a niche thing.
Okay,
true.
what if you have that question? This is for you. How do you want to say, hey, where do you stream? What would you say?
I mean, I would
'cause you-
I would just say like TikTok, Facebook, that's
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he
I
has an answer, right?
like,
Because he
you
does
just
it.
straightforward answer because at the end of the day, honestly, if you ask me, does it matter to
They,
them?
they don't care.
Yeah. It's
No, I just take it too seriously. I'm just like, oh, where do I stream? No, client, see client. You can find me everywhere, but here's my Instagram.
I guess to a certain extent, you see the level of person who's asking you the question. If it's just like a Grab ride,
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, TikTok,
Yeah.
just
All the
to
usual
move
space.
along. Yeah.
Because usually I don't really want to converse during a Grab ride unless on a very rare day I'm in the mood or like the driver passed the vibe check,
Oh,
like a cool driver.
Yeah.
But if not, I'd rather have silence. Sometimes I would like there's this one time I had to go to the airport
Oh,
and then all of us didn't sleep much the day before.
oh.
So it was after M6, right? We decided to go to Penang for getaway the next day.
Why so far?
No,
It's a getaway.
no, because that like our international like friends are here, right? Yeah, so we didn't sleep much the day before because after party and all that. Then we had to split two cars. So my car, I got on the Grab, I was shotgunning, and all I wanted to do was sleep.
Okay.
And clearly I didn't get to sleep. And the worst part is that this is no shade to the driver. I think the driver was really cool, but it's more of like he keeps talking to me about topics that I don't know about,
Oh God.
and he talks to me about cars. And I'm like, I have no idea. I have no knowledge about cars. All I know is if I can drive it and it plays music through my Bluetooth, I'm happy. If you talk to me about tires, rims, models, I'm like, I have no idea.
You're one of those that also set in the app. Don't talk to me. There's that.
Yeah, that's a
function
silent
sort of
mode.
thing. That's
Is it there? I actually never found it.
It's not on default. I don't think so.
yeah, it's not on default. You,
you need to set
I-
for it.
okay, all
But
right.
usually I say quiet mode.
Really?
It's just, can I have a quiet?
I do it
drive?
manually though. Like my don't talk to me version is just get in the car.
Put your earphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's the
You are the
sign.
kind of guy who like if people start talking to you, you are so nervous to say I'm sorry. I want to.
Yeah.
You'll be like sweating.
I would be like sleepy and then just be like, yeah. So you're right.
Luckily, you don't snore. It's like imagine if you are a snorer like me. It's like the driver was talking to you and you hear.
And you just start snoring.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Unless you pass the vibe check.
Unless he passed the vibe check.
Yeah.
He passed the vibe check.
But anyway, so I also want to go back to like since now, well, everyone has an extensive explanation of what you do.
Yep.
So I want to go back to your origin story of HusKKiee, right? So tell us your origin story. How was your childhood like?
My childhood actually is pretty colorful. Like from a young age, I think since kindergarten, I was involved in performance. Like performance, kindergartens, even they have your graduation ceremony,
Yeah.
right?
I think we're all forced to do that during. Not like you had a choice.
I guess so. I don't feel like I was forced. I mean, this is based off of just memory, right? I mean, I was too young to remember every detail, but I didn't feel like it was forced. I remember we had to do like this wushu performance, backflips and stuff. Okay, maybe not backflips, but we had to do very simple flips, like you do like the cartwheel, the cartwheel. The cartwheel.
Better than Rafael's flip or
I can't do his backflip. He can do a backflip. I cannot. I stop at the cartwheel. Okay.
There's a small tangent. He actually hurt himself doing it.
It was it's quite
It was
dangerous,
not
right?
on camera, obviously.
It was
like,
on camera.
"Cut!"
Yeah, it was after the shoot. People were like, "We did callbacks." I was like, "Why?"
Where did he hurt himself?
Legs.
Which part? How?
I don't
Where?
know.
Okay. I mean,
Because
it's a common
I was in the group. I was working with SPS lah.
anything for the show. You know what that's what they say.
They were like, "Oh, we need this ice pack." I said, "Why?" Lafelle hurt himself. I'm like, "What? What did he do?"
I mean, when your host is that unhinged.
Yeah, I hope he recovers well.
Yeah.
I get him to explain that one of these days.
No,
Yeah,
but to be
really.
fair, like he set the bar way too high. In a good way. In a good way.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
I mean, he's too good at these kind of things.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he could do a backflip.
He also don't know. The last time he said to me, he was like, the last time I did it
17,
was
right?
17 years
Yeah.
old. This was the first time I did it. I didn't get in front of the camera.
That's
Don't
crazy.
trust whatever Rafael says, I learned
Which
that
is
over
true.
time.
Yeah. Like, I think the most absurd thing also now feels more believable. But yeah, so we had
Yeah.
we do cartwheels.
Cartwheels. Yeah.
Cartwheels.
Like your typical like poetry, storytelling, just performance arts, right? So I did that, and then I was also like very into sports. I did like those 100-meter sprints in kindergarten. Then that carried forward to primary school. So primary school, I was very into. I would consider myself an athletic person. I'm not like the fastest or the strongest. I'm like just this scrawny kid. Like if the wind blows, I die.
Familiar, but okay.
But yeah, so
Inside joke. Okay.
yeah. But but I enjoy like exercise, like sports. So relay race, 100-meter sprint, long jump, high jump, anything that doesn't require strength. Like I cannot do what do you call it? The
You're more
Like
stamina
lifting stuff.
I cannot do lift. I cannot do the
loncat batu.
Lauja Batu. I forgot what they call that. I cannot do
Lontar peluru.
Lontar peluru.
Yeah.
So I can't do that. But like running those I can. And then I was still very into performative arts. But I didn't think much of it. I didn't know at that time it was like, oh, I actually enjoyed performing. So I was joining a lot of singing, choir, they call it what? Action song. So it's like singing plus dancing.
Oh yeah, you do sing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like to. I'm just not good at it.
That's what they all say.
You see, you don't know how to sing.
No, I really don't. I mean, no, not really. I don't think I do.
He's trying to backtrack.
I don't.
I mean, if you dare to record TikTok video,
To be fair,
you singing,
but
much do you
but that's not singing though. That's more like rapping. That's not singing.
Whoa. Let's not deny rappers don't
No.
sing.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying they can't sing, but
no,
Let's not let Joe Frizo comment on this.
no. It's not. I'm not saying that they
if he
cannot
does
sing.
though, I don't mind.
It's more like the one you saw on TikTok is different than like vocal skills.
Okay.
I don't think I have that. I mean, I'm not like tone deaf, which is good because I play the piano too.
What? Everything with your fingers you're good at. Oh god, we got back to that.
To be fair, I mean, I think it was like my mom that asked me to learn piano, right?
So it was forced to you.
Didn't feel forced. That's the thing.
Okay.
I enjoy music. I think that's the best way to put it. Like I enjoy music. Obviously, I stopped playing piano after high school. But yeah, throughout primary is the same thing: sports, performative art, then public speaking. I think I was in that, storytelling, poetry, whatever you can think of.
Done so much.
Anything that is not academics. Like if you want me,
this typical Asian kid, like
It is.
Sumbat everything in.
Yeah, but
Like a counter after you finish school.
no. I think for me it's just because it's not like I'm forced to do it. I volunteer,
Oh, you still
Right.
volunteer.
which sometimes feels too much for my parents. Like it doesn't stop there because like I would want to join like extracurricular activities,
Okay.
like your 3 days 2 night kind of camp outside of state. So those kind. And then at one point I would submit the form and then inform my parents. So sometimes it reached that point. Like I really love those kind of things. Like I'm not the best at anything. I think the best results I got was like public speaking. I think that's like my strongest suit. Singing whatever, I'm probably like third, fourth, or not even close because I lose to all the like female singers who are actually really good at singing. Surprisingly, like my class has a few of those.
Wow.
So primary school was like that. Secondary school was the same. But the difference is that there's lesser like public speaking storytelling competition. And I obviously moved away from singing because puberty hit, my voice changed. It got so
Justin Bieber.
yeah. So like I wasn't good at it to begin with. And then I was like, I'm good at public speaking, so might as well pursue something like that.
I feel like someone like you have so many experience will have a lot more stories.
I mean, it depends on
which go to that sector, like not into esports. Imagine you're a public speaker now.
Yeah, actually, I have a lot. I mean, I am in like Toastmasters, so so I do have like it's more of you give me a starting point, then we could sit here for like a whole day, like and there's many stories.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Toastmasters.
Yeah.
later.
Oh yeah.
Because
That sounds nice.
that's like the adulthood.
Yeah. Like so, right now in the high school, so same thing. But I think the one thing that I feel like in high school that I started falling behind was sports wise. Because everyone goes through the puberty, then they get stronger, taller, or whatnot. And then I wasn't the fastest kid anymore. In fact, I was almost dead last compared to everyone else. So, but I was still playing basketball at that time. But because I was a small kid, most of the roles aren't suitable for me. I cannot be
defend.
I can't be a center. And obviously, the role that fits me the most is point guard, right? But I have, like, if you put me in NBA 2K, my defense stat would be negative. I cannot defend at all. Like it's a point. It reaches a point where like people are like, oh, you have to like toughen up. You have to be firm with your defense. I'm like, I'm trying, but whoever, like, if I guard someone and he just does this, I just topple.
You just like
Yeah, I can't defend at all. And like it's something that I wasn't really happy because I'm like, why am I so weak, right? Yeah, so I focus a lot on more of the curricular side, like not studies. I am not good in studies, but if you send me out for like speeches, I would gladly do it. Then I stopped playing basketball at Form 3. Part of the reason was that I was not good at it, but also like my parents told me you are not studying enough.
Yeah, that's the number one thing that
which is crazy because like that was the first time in my life I made the cut to be on the district team.
No,
as a sub. So I didn't lose much. I was a sub, so I didn't lose much. And funnily enough,
public speaking, right?
Huh?
No,
This is basketball. Basketball.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think my lifetime, my career, my career points, like how many points I score throughout my career, probably like 10 points in total. But in the official one that qualifies me to be selected for district, I remember that match I scored like 4 points only. So I obviously I'm more of a dead weight. I can not be there and it would not make a difference. I'm just not good at it.
You're just there to collect the jersey.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I enjoyed it though. I mean, I do. Basketball left me like a mini souvenir on my finger. One of it's like bent. Yeah, this one. I don't think you can see on camera. It's like so your finger. So when you do this, right, when you like go across your finger, it's a straight line.
Okay.
Mine is bent. You can try, like, just do this. You feel like the joint at the front is bent.
I'm scared. Will I break something?
You feel it? Like, you see that?
I can feel the bend.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I can see
Yeah.
it.
So it's the bend, like this part. Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel like that.
Yeah. So we're doing warm up. The ball. So
Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it already.
yeah. So that's that.
I mean, it's just storytelling, but it's one of the more gruesome episodes that we have had.
Yeah,
In
true.
sports injury.
But there is another bump as well. which is the phone bump. Do you know about the theory that all the kids now, in like 100 years time, we all going to have a small bump here?
Because you grab your phone a lot, right?
Yeah,
You're
because
just
when we hold our phone, you put your finger there.
yeah.
So
I mean,
people are going to say like there's going to be a bump.
isn't that like the headphone bump?
Yes,
That too, right? You
same
lift,
as well the
you lift
headphone.
your headphones and it's just like a crater.
You use your
How do I hold my phone?
Yeah.
Something like this.
yeah, same your finger. That usually if you doom scrolling,
You'll be doing this.
you'll be doing this, and your at the end of the finger they will put your finger down. That has a leverage, like it's a holder. Yeah, I think like Apple user don't really do it because their phone is quite heavy compared to Android.
Yeah, I mean,
Play my game, I would.
yeah, you do this. In fact, like holding your phone
Huh?
like over long periods of time,
Yeah.
my fingers actually get very tired.
Same.
Your pinky is supporting your phone.
Yeah.
So there's that too.
Get one of these people.
How do
Yeah, you get one of I don't have it. Oh God,
That's where you get one of these people. You can find on my TikTok shop. Yes.
Nice
Yeah.
plug.
Yeah.
Good one.
Okay. So, with the basketball thing, you volunteered to like not be part of it anymore.
No, I mean,
Can't catch up.
it's not like volunteer. It's more like didn't really have much of a choice. But I guess I was ready to move on. Like I slowly moved on from it.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, I'm not good anyways. So I focus on what I'm good at. And then you know, it's all about the academics, right? And like my parents are both teachers. Like my dad was a teacher. My mom is still a teacher at that time.
Still a teacher. Oh.
Now she retired, but at that time she was still a teacher. So there's a lot of pressure to study hard lah. Like don't have to get first place, thankfully. The bar isn't like crazily high. It's just put in effort. Because I'm lazy when it comes to studying. Especially if the subject doesn't interest me. Right? So if
What subject interests you and what subject doesn't?
chemistry interests me the most.
Okay.
I love chemistry thanks to CSI because I grew up watching that. In fact, it was also the first ever show that I used to learn English because I grew up from a Mandarin speaking family.
Uh-huh.
We never speak English in our family. It's like Chinese, right? Then at school it's Mandarin because my friends are Chinese. Then Bahasa with the teachers. English only during English classes or competition. So CSI was the show that at one day I told myself, what if I turn off the subtitles and just listen?
Oh.
And then my mom plays a lot of English songs in the car. Then I read books and
that's how you
learn.
the language.
Learn English mostly through like reading and listening.
Right. I think at that age it's easier to absorb lah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did say you in love with a lot of musical stuff.
That too, yeah, that too. And my piano teacher actually are bananas, right? They don't know Mandarin. So that helps too, like speak English with them. And then when we go for piano exams, it's the the examiners. They're like from UK. Yeah.
So what would you say is the song that made you learn English?
The song that made me learn English. Couple of classics.
Let's say not songs genre and also the singers easier.
It was the Backstreet Boys.
Oh.
No, not Backstreet Boys and Westlife, but more towards Westlife.
Oh
My mom loves Westlife. So the first Westlife song I heard and
Do you
learned.
want to sing it?
I don't remember. We had joy, we had
had
fun,
fun.
we had seasons in the sun. That was the first song.
I thought he wants to continue.
I like the beat.
Yeah, that was the first song I heard from Westlife. But funnily enough, it's not from like my household. It's actually the first song we learned when we participated in action song in primary school.
Oh.
So that's the song we learned. Season in the Sun, and was it Mamma Mia? I don't remember the second one, but we had two signature songs. So it was Season in the Suns and plus like Lemon Tree? One other song that we like practice day and night. Like the whole group practice day and night.
What subjects do you not like?
Okay, so biology. I hate bio.
Wait a minute, biology.
As a non-science student.
Mathematics. I hate mathematics.
Wait, you love chemistry, but you don't like mathematics?
Wait, you hate maths?
I hate maths.
Have you ever checked your genetics?
Yeah, I have, but I'm a defect. I don't. Because I'm really bad at it, and I get very impatient. Like, if I cannot solve the problem, I get super impatient. Like, I get, like the kind of like irritation you feel when you play a game and then it's not going well, like whether like you're getting steamrolled or your teammates aren't doing the best, and then you're just like, I really hate this.
Come on.
That's me with mathematics. I hate mathematics. So I always tell at one point I told my mom, I was like, I might not be good in maths, but who cares as long as I know how to count money. 100, 200, 300, 400. You know? That's the only thing I need to know how to count.
Give this guy an applause.
For someone, okay, for a Chinese who say that to their mom, as a Malay, I'm scared. I'm scared for you.
So it's not fully defect. I might not be good in mathematics, but I still love money.
I mean,
so genetically, I still fit the portfolio.
Okay, yeah.
We still like money. We still like cheap stuff.
Why you study is to earn money, right?
Yes. And also my argument is, I'm not gonna put those into good use. Like, when am I ever going to use Pythagoras theorem to earn money?
I heard that theory a lot, but I might say tax.
Tax? But when am I gonna draw like graphs, use integers and
That one I have no idea.
differentiation, like what
doing the tax.
like differentiation, the only thing I need to know how to differentiate is how much I'm getting paid, So you don't really need to do X, Y, find X or figure out what Y is.
So that's good. He never look for his ex anymore.
Oh,
Yeah. My
Move on.
I move on very it's like find X on the axis. I'm like, how about no?
I'll see an SPM and no.
You circle the X right here, like
find X here.
yeah, right here. This is X.
Oh man. So you're saying, okay, screw maths.
Funny
And
enough,
then move on.
I like chemistry the most,
Okay.
but I score the lowest in chemistry too.
I was just about to say, because chemistry and mathematics has so much in common because of the moving chemicals, and there is a formula.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just that I cannot. I am very bad at memorizing it. So I always get the wrong ones, but I really love it, and a part of it actually ties back to how I learned English. CSI, a lot of chemistry stuff. For me, as a kid, you don't really understand
If
what.
someone was murdered, I should call you first then, because you love CSI so much.
Funny enough,
Yeah,
actually,
look at that.
when people are young, when they were still in like primary school, you ask them, "Hey, what do you want to be?" They will be like, "I want to be the usual pilot, doctor, whatever."
Yeah.
I wanted to be a forensic scientist
Forensic.
because I was
Wow.
Okay.
I was very hooked to the idea of solving crime because of CSI. I'm like, man, someone died. How am I going to figure out?
He can't wait for people to get murdered.
I mean, I was a kid. Okay.
But what happened to that dream though?
Yeah, what happened?
I wasn't smart enough. Clearly,
Because you don't like math, so you
no, not that. I think actually I never really thought about it much.
Yeah.
I guess it's just as I grew up, what I wanted changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not like, at one point I'm like, nah, I don't want to be one. I still want to
Right.
be one if I can. I find it very fascinating that you can to do those kind of things that are so specialized. Doesn't have to be like forensics, but any specializations.
I get what you mean, and I can empathize, because when I was a kid, one of the things that I kind of told myself I don't remember how it started, but I wanted to be a skateboarder. And
Tony Hawk.
Yes, and I want to compete in extreme sports.
Oh,
I want to compete. Like that was like me as a kid. Like it's not only like just hop onto it and just roll.
So you could have been on Red Bull.
I could be, right? I could be like, Tony Hawk, like I'm your next guy.
Yeah.
This sort of thing.
What is the name for Tony Hawk but for Chinese or Malaysians?
What is the what?
The equivalent name to Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk is such an American name, right?
Tony Hawk.
I don't know.
Tony
or the most Chinese name, like what's a hawk in Chinese?
Yeah.
What's a hawk?
Yeah, the Burok Hawk.
Lao Ying.
Tony Lao Ying.
Tony Lao Ying, you got Tony Leong, I'm Tony Lao Ying.
Tony Hadang.
Tony Kalang, you know. No more.
Like since he calls the Sir Cloud, right? Tony Yun is Cloud.
Yeah.
Yun. So like Tony Yun.
Ooh.
That actually sounds kind of legit.
It's legit, right?
It sounds legit.
Now you need a skate.
Now his next merge is going to be in Chinese character, just the Cloud, just the character of Cloud.
That's the character. Is the calligraphy?
I don't ask for much, just 1% of it.
Oh.
Well, 1%.
But unlike HusKKiee, I can't afford to get injured like him.
Oh.
No, I can't do it.
He
Not
can
anymore.
I mean, it's not like I enjoy getting injured, you know.
Yeah, but you do.
Hey, I mean, skin injuries is like normal, happens. Like sometimes you cut yourself. It doesn't have to be during sports, right? But the major injuries, I prefer not to. You know, I prefer not
Of
to.
course, nobody wants to get injured, but
I prefer not to sprain my leg again.
Yeah, and have an MPL moment again. But we'll get to that, of course. Yeah, teaser, in case you guys don't know. But so you actually had the option of like, okay, let's go study forensics or medical or whatever when you move to a college.
No. It wasn't even like
No?
part of the conversation. I think
oh,
because my results is not really close to being good enough to study
Oh,
anything
like-
that's medicine, right? So that's
Right.
already like out of the picture. I think what changed was Form 3. When I was Form 3, so 15 years old, it was 20, I think it's 2013, TI3 was happening.
Oh,
So I watched the Navi Alliance finals.
okay.
And then because I play a lot of video games, like my dad used to run a cyber cafe. Used to, and
was
then
this the rat?
the
The rat strat?
yes.
Oh, okay, that one.
Yeah, so dad used to run a cyber cafe. My friends play games, and Dota was the first game first MOBA I was ever introduced to. I started with Age of Empire, and then Dota was like the first MOBA, and I was really like in love with Dota. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos, WCG. I still remember back then, like Nirvana China was like the best Dota team in the world, or at least in China. Nirvana CN. Still remember one of the guys' name is like Banana. So all these like old time players, and then I watched TI3, and I thought to myself, like, it'd be cool if I could do that one day, like as the commentator.
Oh,
I don't think I'm good
not
enough
as
to.
a player.
No. I because I already am very into like speaking,
All right.
public speaking, all that
Yeah.
performance. So I thought to myself, what if that is like a reality? But it's just like a what if, because gaming is a pastime in from where I come from. I come from Rao, so it's just like, oh, it would be cool if I can do that, but move on with life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I watched that. Yeah, then after high school, I think I was the first and only person from my batch to instantly like go to uni at college. Everyone else was taking a break or they're waiting for Form 6. I just went straight to college. And then I studied mass comm. And then at that time, I didn't really think much about casting. It's just like, oh, I follow all these games. It's really fun. I like it. I enjoy watching tournaments, but I never like thought about doing it because there's no opportunities, right?
Right. So the
Yeah.
mass comm route was just, I'm comfortable with public speaking and I just
Yeah.
figured it out.
And I was planning to do like radio station DJ, like work in one of the radio stations as one of the hosts when I graduate. That's the plan. Yeah, then at that time I think League of Legends got released somewhere around there, like so started playing I think like high school they started playing League of Legends, and I was juggling between both Dota and League of Legends.
Both. Wow.
Yeah. And then 2017 is when everything changed. 2017 May, I think it was my first. I think it was my first year in degree, first sem in degree, or like early degree years. At that time, I also joined Toastmasters, so a lot of things were happening. Yeah, and then I remember this clearly. I signed up. They had this recruitment process, like, hey, we want you to join our shoutcasting program, right? Like a workshop.
Oh, that
you
was like, so you had Toastmasters and then you had this program.
Yeah. So I saw it. On one random days. I logged into the Garena client back then. They still use Garena client.
Yep. Just back
So
then.
it was there, and then I was like, okay, let me like nothing to lose, right? Let me try it out. And then they said, yo, you have to be a certain rank. You have to be like platinum or something. And then that was also the first time ever I hit platinum in League of Legends. So I'm like, oh, okay, I fit the bill. Let me just fill in my details, send it, and then wait for a reply. Then I didn't know like if it was ever going to come back to me lah. I just sent the email, then move on with life. Then one of the days I finished my Toastmasters meeting. It was a Thursday, I think, at Sunway Uni. Then I was walking out to the foyer to wait for my Grab car. That on the way there, my phone rang. Then I saw an email. So the email basically says that I made it through. Then I remember I was so happy. I was like jumping around in public. It's like, oh my god, I'm so happy that
Like you were literally like
yeah.
jumping, like, and everyone goes like, what's wrong with this guy?
No one was around. Thank you. Thankfully, but yeah, I was incredibly like happy to get it. So I look forward to that like every single day.
I feel like I remember that posting. This is me, Ikuto, Bashki, and MS.
Did you not also?
Yeah, you were
The
also there.
poster for that was our faces.
Yeah.
Ah,
It was so long. Because it was
You guys were generation 1.
no. I think
Gen-
we're
you are mine was generation 0, and the one before us was
wait. Are we talking about just Garena casters
yeah,
or
the
like
guidance
okay
casters at that time.
at that time?
Yeah.
Because if it's just like all casters in general, I'm probably Gen 3 or
Yeah,
4.
technically, all caster, I'm Gen 1. There's Gen 0
Oh,
before
we're
us.
counting Gen 0.
Yeah, we counted Gen 0.
Okay,
Gen
then
0, that means the esport was not thriving yet. You know the J Hunter before the day.
so okay. Because
Yeah.
okay. So I'll
you're
be like Gen 2.
Yeah. I'm I'm Gen 1 and Gen 0.
right.
Yeah, well,
Okay, the OGs in casting. Okay,
Yeah.
so what do you had to do next?
okay. So it was like we had to go to their studio. Obviously, it was in Sapute. It's like their gaming house. So that's where they run their tournaments. Actually, their tournament broadcast, everything is like this small, triple story house, triple story house,
I
right?
believe
Triple
I've been
story
there
house.
once. I think
Yeah,
because it's been like forever.
This people whatever.
it was like a triple story house. Then you had the living room sort of, and then you have the studio,
Yep.
Mm.
and then the third floor is the player room.
The war zone they were called
The
it.
war zone,
The
yeah.
red, blue, and the meeting room A and then the meeting room B.
Yeah. It's quite interesting.
Oh my god.
So,
flashback.
I went there, had to took a grab, and I was living in Subang, so it was like 30-minute, 40-minute ride. I reached there, then I texted the group. I'm like, I'm here because I don't know. Like, I was like, man, I've never been to this place before, and it's like, wow, those bungalows, right? Triple story house. So I was like, which house do I go to? Then I remember one of the Garena guys opened the door. Like Jan, he opened the door for me.
No, Jen.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
but I was like, I know no one here, right? So I just, thank you. Then I went in. Then he asked me to chill at the second floor, like outside the studio. They have this small area with like sofas.
Yeah.
Then we chill there, and then people started coming in because I was the earliest there. So people started coming in, and then we started like our first like workshop session. So that's where I met Contra and Gideon,
Yeah.
Hound, Matthew, Camel.
Yeah.
I think the Malay casters were also there.
Yeah.
Who were the
Yeah.
Malay casters at that time?
I think Lin, Ikuto,
Mashki.
MS, I think Mashki.
Mashki as well.
Yeah, and then we had two other guys. One is called Bang Hong. The other one, I don't remember his name. It's this very like chubby, very jolly Malay dude. But he didn't like show up for the second session.
I think it's Chris.
Is his name Chris? I don't remember his name. Is this? Yeah, but it's like very, very like energetic guy. Yeah. He was only there for like the first session.
Is he still around?
No.
He's in Singapore.
Oh, you still follow him?
Yeah, it's friends.
Oh,
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there. Yeah. But funny enough, like I met Contra before the workshop. I just didn't know it was Contra. But there's like there's like
the normal.
it's a side arc, you know. It was
how did that happen?
which one should I?
The Contra one.
Okay, the Contra one first, right? So I'll talk about Contra one first.
Yeah,
So
okay.
well, I had this project I need to do in college where we had to interview people who work in the mass comm industry. So I was able to set up an interview with the producer, I think, of his FM at that time. I think his name was Ming. Not the Ming Ting Ming, but Ming. Just so happened. And I went there, and then when I reached Astro, got my tag, registered and everything. And then they sent someone to bring me up there, and that guy was Contra, but I didn't know.
Oh, so
But he didn't introduce himself as Contra, obviously, right? It's like he introduced himself as Aaron. Then went up there, I did the interview, and then actually, that time he asked his producer if he could like sit in to listen because he wanted to like learn more. So yeah, we go through all that, and then afterwards I never see him again until that workshop, and even then we didn't recognize each other until one fine day where we were talking, where everyone was talking about like, oh, like what do you do? Like I used to studying, and I said that, oh, I actually had this project. I went to Astro to do an interview. I was talking to one of the Garena guys, Kevin, and then the videographer, yeah, and then Contra overheard it, and he was like, "Wait, you are that guy, right?" And I'm like, "Oh, you are that guy." So like 2-3 years apart.
How did you guys not recognize each other?
No, because
He's focusing on something else.
to be fair, to be very fair, I had really horrible hairstyle when I met him. I didn't know how to style my hair. So when I went,
imagine which hairstyle it is.
Oh,
he has many.
you could never imagine. You could never imagine that. You can never imagine like
Is it
what
a
hairstyle I
tomahawk?
did. No. I
Okay.
just I just took my waxes. I have no idea how to like style myself, right? So I just took the hair product and I just
Zzz, all the way.
Oh, you
so
just
it looked like a lion mane, like this some artificial afro, you know. it was super like ugly and funny. But yeah, so we didn't recognize each other until then.
And Contra wasn't important for you that time because he's.
Oh god,
No.
he's trying to stay
Yeah,
it out, man.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
just wait.
pointing
The
it
job was
out.
starting.
You can agree or deny. It's up to you.
I would like to speak to my lawyer. But yeah, so the workshop happened, and then we had a coach teacher. We call him Crow. I think he's now
Oh
back.
yeah, Crow.
He's not back in the States. Like, he's been back in the States for a long time
Wow, how
because he was the coach for Kuala Lumpur Hunters back then.
Yeah.
And then it's a really nice guy, really great father figure. Then halfway through the workshop, because we're supposed to have 8 sessions, 2 sessions every week on Saturday, Sunday. And after the last session, they will do a mock broadcast
Yeah.
to see if you are camera ready, if you're ready to go on cam. The problem is the season started in the middle of it, and at that time I was and they needed people, right? So they looked for us, and I was in the library at that time. I was in the college library. I think I was studying for exams or something, and then I got a call. And I went out of the library. I took the call. It was Jan. He was like,
Husky. I mean, I tried.
Close enough.
Okay, I try.
Yeah,
try.
but he's like,
no way close.
hey Husky, he's like, hey Husky, we actually our season is starting soon. I'm just paraphrasing. Something like the season is starting soon. We need people, we need casters. Will you be keen to take it up? And I was like, obviously, a million yeses.
A million yeses, like no hesitation.
Yeah, no hesitation.
Like, I'm scared,
No,
I mean, I am. It's like I am scared, but let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, like because I had the mentality of like just you miss every shot, you don't take it. You say yes first, then you learn later.
Wow.
And because we have a workshop, so I feel safe enough lah. Then so we did it because even the workshop we are doing a lot of exercises like
just mock casts and
mock casts. We learn about the basics of casting, about what to look for in game. Like we had a very good like
fundamentals
mentor that taught us the fundamentals or like the basics. So yeah, so we went. So that was the first time I went on cam for anything that's casting related. My debut was TLC, the Legend. Is it the Legend Circuit they call it?
Yeah, I think that time
So it's TLC Summer 2017. It was around June, I think.
One of the final.
Yeah, it was like the second last, because afterwards it's LCM
then
2018. So I was in the second last one. So there was me, Contra, Gideon, and then I think Bang Hong. Oh no, Hound. So there's 4 of us. Because I think Bang Hong at one point stopped. Yeah, he stopped. So maybe it's not what he wants. Yeah, so there was 4 of us, and obviously Hound was the mentor. He was the one like guiding us.
Why was he the mentor? Is it because he had prior experience?
Yeah. He has
a lot of experience before.
Right.
Yeah, so like we were like all 3 of us were like fresh kids, right? Yeah. So he was like the mentor, so he's guiding us. And then I remember because that was also the time we were introduced to the concept of play-by-play in color.
Yep.
And then everyone they played safe, so they did color instead because play-by-play is so fast, right? Like how are you gonna catch everything? But I knew what I wanted. I wanted to do play-by-play. And I was the last one. I was slotted for the last series that day. So when it came to my turn, I remember this quite vividly. It was Orange Esports against. Okay, I don't remember the other team, but I know there was an Orange Esports, and I know that at the final base push, it was a play made by this champion called Renekton, right? And I remember that it just so happens that because prior to that, Han was doing play because the other 2 were doing color, right? So in that series, in that game, I remember I found the space and I just took over. I just went play.
You were paired with Hound that time.
Yeah. And I remember he looked at me and he was like, keep going. So I finished it, and I remember I came out from the studio and everyone was like, oh my god, what the hell? Like he actually he's so good, he pulled it off. Like they were shocked, like he didn't in the contract. Like, oh, what, like who is this guy? Like they pull off like a play like that.
So
It's
all
a
these
typical,
nobody knew who you were.
I mean, I wasn't nobody.
Wow. At the very end, it's like, who's this guy? He just shows up.
Because I didn't know I could do it also, right? So it's like your typical like newbie like rap cast. Didn't fit. Yeah. So,
were you inspired by something that led you to that, or
like my style, like how I cast back then?
Yeah.
Captain Flowers, OD Pixel, Capitalist, and Captain Flowers. But I think a big part of it was Captain Flowers. I like how he did it. Over time, it changed. Like right now, it's different. But back then, it was Captain Flowers. I remember I tweeted about it on then it was called Twitter. I tagged him and he replied. Like I was really happy.
Oh, he replied.
Yeah, I said that he was like one of my biggest inspirations.
Aww.
And he replied, I really love Captain Flowers.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was not Toby one.
I mean, I do enjoy his work back then before everything went down. I enjoy his work, but I think like Captain Flowers was the one that like resonated the most. That and Quick Shots. I think Quick Shots was also like an OG, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I also had like a fun fact. So if anyone would ask me the same question, I would say Toby one.
Okay.
And there was this one time, I forgot what did I post or something. Something. It was definitely a social media post. And then Toby one also commented on my post.
Oh.
And then I had like the screenshot. I was like, whoa, like
you had to frame it, right?
I have to frame it, like fanboy moment, right? And then it's somewhere in my.
Now what happened? What happened to the screenshot?
It's somewhere in the digital universe. Somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get like when he actually commented and then you went like, whoa, right? You must have that feeling.
Yeah.
Surreal feeling.
I was like, I didn't expect him to reply, And I mean, I shared a lot of grievances back then. In my early years of casting, I was this immature kid, so I share a lot of grievances online. Then I think one of it was I was saying things like, man, it sucks to be an Asian in the industry because of accent, right? Like people like they make fun of your accent. Like mine isn't bad, like, but there are those who have have heavier accent.
Pekat
Yeah, a lot more pekat. So I remember posting about that, and then one of the Dota talents replied. It was Kips. Kips replied to it, and like it was like a very short conversation, but it was like, okay, so people do notice, but that was back then. It's over.
Now it's X.
That's like old HusKKiee.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're not looking for X anymore. Like,
No. To be fair, old HusKKiee is a different person.
We'll probably get to that. But I want to deep dive a little bit about the whole accent thing, right? I mean, we all done casting work here, obviously. So I know that some people do struggle with the whole accent thing. But I personally think, and this is my personal thought, right? I don't think there should be too much emphasis on like, I sound too Chinese, for example, right?
Okay,
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think
that's the character.
Yeah, because if you see, like, if you go in the West, like some people sound really Irish.
Yeah,
and they're fine.
Yeah, look
Like-
at Thailand people. They just do whatever they want.
Yeah, and they're fine. I mean, of course, if you cast in your own native language, that's fine. But if you go like English broadcast, then I think I've even heard like Irish or heard like all sorts of different accents, and they're totally fine with it. So I don't honestly, for me personally, I don't think it's the biggest factor.
Yeah, I mean, I used to treat it as like an important thing. I still think it is to a certain degree,
Right.
but it's not like a main thing. Like nowadays,
Like
I
you
think
moved on from that.
you just make the best out of like how you speak, as long as you don't like force it. You don't
Yes.
you don't go and purposely be like, oh, what God did I? Then we have a problem, right? But
What if that is just how they are? I don't think that's how they are.
I would argue that you would know that if the person is forced.
yeah, you would know if
What's
someone
up,
is
mate?
forced.
Yeah.
That is 100% forced. Like if I, I'll give you a good example of what like so right now. Obviously, this is very natural over time.
Okay.
But if I talk to you in a way like, I tell you, this guy very good at what he does.
Okay, that's
this play is pretty good. Like you see how he play, geng but it's also natural because
Yeah. But of course.
But like if Lin does it, then we have a problem.
Okay, let's give it to.
I don't think I can still. No, please do.
I want to give a good example, right? So like we talk about like in around our radar of talents. I would think that Holler, because he has an American accent.
He's Korean.
Yeah,
He's American.
Korean living in Singapore.
He's American. He's American Korean.
American passport. All that, right? But he has an American accent, and of
Mr.
course,
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. And for someone like him to be a broadcaster in Southeast Asia, people who don't know him would think, why is this, China looking guy, going all American on me,
You had that thought? No, it sounded pretty natural to me when I met him.
That's my point, right? So it is so natural to him because it is him.
Yeah, that's his native tongue, you know.
Exactly. So then to me, it's like, oh, you could tell that he's definitely not forcing it.
Yeah, I would say my first few years of casting, my accent is a lot more pekat. I
Right.
think over time it got better.
Pekat in which direction?
Chinese.
China.
Yeah.
So you went like how you did just now.
I mean, not that bad.
That's too bad.
Not that bad, but yeah,
You know this guy he go in
I think I would not make the cut if I do it.
What about we have a tournament
Okay.
during Merdeka
Alright.
and the casting is like that? We have all 4 casters.
I would do it. I would do it.
One for Chinese,
I would
Malay.
so want to try that.
I would so do it.
So fun.
Then you
Get
become
onto it.
then you can become the Malay guy that tries to speak English.
He teruk, oh.
Oh yeah.
All the even Malay you have like different accent, Johor lah, Melaka.
Yeah, like do you want
know,
do you want the Chinese English in Malaysia or the Singlish? You know?
We want
Singlish,
the
Manglish.
Penang.
Oh yeah, I have no knowledge of Penang.
No.
Penang English?
Bro, Penang Chinese.
Penang Chinese?
Dia tak cakap English.
Oh, I mean the
Ah.
Hokkiens?
Yeah. So like Hokkien.
No. That one. No, I don't have enough linguistic knowledge on that.
You do Hokkien?
I'm Hokkien, but
Right.
we don't speak much at home.
Do you want to try? Oh, okay.
Do I want to try?
I was
Okay, give it a go. Give it a go.
What is Hokkien? Hell. I think
I know
I mean,
the
either or.
song-
Like I feel like one of it is clearly wrong.
Alright.
Please don't get us cancelled in this
Uh,
episode.
I mean, okay.
What's
I can't verify because I'm Hakka.
What's the husky? Okay, that one very. It's like I'm husky.
Oh,
what's the
yeah.
husky? That's Hokkien, right?
That's Hokkien.
Alright.
I hope I got it correct, like grammatically.
The only way we know is by the comments.
Yep. If anyone wants to verify it,
Yeah,
know,
what I
say the
what I Japan. Okay, this one is 100%
Japan
correct.
means eat, right?
I want to eat rice,
Eat
but it's like I want to eat. What Japan?
I learned that because I have so many Hokkien.
What 长醉
Wait, so
means I want to take a shower.
Right. So a lot of people. So coming back to that incident where like
Oops,
people
sorry
give you
about-
the standing ovation basically.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
so
And then so you walk out like red carpet and you're like,
I wish no, it's just
you're like spotlights on you and you do the Tony Stark.
no.
Don't want to.
I was nervous. I was so nervous like when I did it. Even afterwards, I couldn't believe like, oh, okay, I actually did it. And then I think because I already knew what I wanted to do, so I just stuck with it. Like so,
Like that is the goal.
that is like
all the way.
play-by-play, best play-by-play in Malaysia, if ever. Like that has been the goal. That was the goal. I think from day one itself. It's like, oh, I want to be the best play-by-play in Malaysia, and I'll do anything to get there.
I want to segue here.
Oh,
Do you think you are now the best play-by-play in Malaysia?
Are you still the best?
I don't think.
Okay, just because we're here, you know.
Yeah.
No,
we-
I-
we wanna
Let's
hear
go to
your
the camera. Let's go to the camera.
I don't think I am. I don't think I ever was.
Okay.
I don't want to judge myself, so I would say I won't. I prefer like if at any point I want to hear it from other people. I don't want
Someone
to.
else saying it.
Yeah, I don't want to be like,
Okay.
hey, I'm the best or I was the best. You know, like it feels like I'm tooting my own horn.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, audience, here's the hot take question.
Okay.
Who do you think in Malaysia
Oh my God! You really want to ask that
It's
question?
over.
No.
It's over.
is the best of play-by-play in your opinion?
There will be like Ikito stand. There will be like your stand.
And you
as
talk
well.
about like just English, right? Like
Oh,
obviously,
are you just Malaysia? in
I can't.
general?
No, I wanted to be the best English player I play.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
go
okay,
English.
Not overall, like the best English player I play.
Alright. So, but who do you
Because overall, there's no way, right?
Who's your competitor?
In English?
Itu lagi jahat tu.
Yo, hey, hey. So for context, it's just English, Like I'm not looking to
Zoom into the face. Zoom into
Because
the
like
face.
because if that's overall, obviously there are so many people I look up to. But in
Safe answer.
English, I want to be the best in English.
Okay.
I want to be the best in English.
Don't give us the political answer, please.
Okay,
You're
so
not gonna
so
leave without a name.
best English play-by-play
Right.
in Malaysia. I feel confident enough to say that.
You are.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Can I have
But
that?
but to be fair, there really isn't like much people in English.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
That- that's
okay,
it,
fair
but-
point.
Yeah, but overall, no, definitely not overall. I don't think
yeah.
I'll ever will be,
Ah.
and it's fine.
Well, okay. So Cloud.
But he just said yes, and then he's like retract back, you know.
No, but
it's a political answer.
No, it's
I
like
know,
I was very clear. Like like if it's just English, then
Okay.
I am
Then you're pretty
quite confident.
Like,
But if it's like you combine
Yeah.
English, bahasa, everything, then
Good.
obviously no.
right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So are you the best caster?
I'm saying that right in front of Cloud, who does the same thing as.
That's why I want to ask the same question to you.
Okay. I
You?
have to agree.
Oh.
Okay. And I'll say why.
Okay.
So for context, in case any of our audience don't know, we have casted in multiple games by now.
How many times?
Idea.
Okay. So
How many titles have you like casted
Oh,
before we continue?
I
Wow.
need
Different,
to leave
like,
the room.
titles.
This is the topic for them, you know.
I honestly, I'm starting to lose count.
Over 10?
Over 10.
Okay,
Titles?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've done like
Over titles.
15 to 17.
If you want to split out if you want to spell game titles plus what language, then
yeah,
You got double because you do Malay and English, bro.
yeah, so that's why I kind of lose count by now. Yeah, but okay, between us, okay, what games have we done? Okay, we have definitely done PUBG Mobile.
yeah, PUBG Mobile PC.
PUBG
Oh
Mobile,
my
yeah,
PUBG PC.
God.
We've done
What
Dota.
Okay, Dota.
Dota
We've done
got-
LL.
No, we haven't done Dota.
Oh, you mean together?
Yeah, together.
Together? No. We done PUBG. We done. Have we
Because
done?
you're always with Otomo for Dota, so
Have you done ML? Mobile Legends or Wild Rift? Like either or.
What if you
What
did?
if I was always on the BM desk?
Okay, then probably ML. Like we would be in the same poster but different languages a lot of times, right?
Correct. A lot of time. Okay, ML, I think yes.
Velo?
I think somewhere in SPS, yes.
Maybe.
We would have.
What about Valorant? Raw Stars.
That's suddenly.
I always feel like we are.
Brawl Stars, I always did BM.
Okay,
So
so
I always did with Cross. So
did we do Valorant?
we did. I think we did.
No, wait, we did Brawl Stars. We did.
We did.
The shortest gig ever.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we
Oh
did.
my
It's
God.
like
Okay,
the
so that counts. That counts.
So we did that.
I guess game titles wise, that's
Like we share across probably those few.
yeah. Like we have casted together.
Yeah.
So
Okay, now,
I'm back. Welcome back. Yeah. Okay, so what I wanted to go there is that just to set the tone that
Okay.
so we've worked together enough, and I personally do believe that HusKKiee is definitely one of the best people to pair with out there. Yeah, and
Thank you.
why I say that, right? So then this is from me, like, and now you're gonna hear from me on camera. All right, so number one, HusKKii's approach is very easy. Like he doesn't intimidate you.
Okay.
Like you don't feel that
He's not going to hog the spotlight. Let's just say.
and also he doesn't like, hey, you know,
Follow me. My
you
life.
follow me, okay?
My
You-
rules.
yeah,
My house.
my rules, my house, okay? That sort of thing. And although he says like play by play, right? But
Yeah.
I guess sometimes that there's certain games titles, you just go with the flow.
Yeah.
It's just how it is,
Sometimes you
right?
show just like can we just follow whatever goes?
Yeah, especially okay. This is me believing like okay. I there are different school of thoughts, but I think like battle royales, it's good to have a hybrid.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So
Even in Dota, you better have a hybrid because the fight is so long. You need to like take over, please.
you can,
Yeah,
but
something
you
like
also can
that.
have a split for
Yeah.
mobiles.
Yeah.
So having worked with you in multiple game titles that you need to be flexible across different styles of casting. I think you're very flexible as well, and it's very easy to work with. And to the best of my memory, one of our first few games that we casted before was PUBG Mobile. If I
Yeah.
remember.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the legendary season 2 where
I still look back at that clip every once in a while
yeah.
Wait, what?
because it was less about the cast
Uh-huh.
and more about us just laughing for like 5 minutes straight.
And it was our best.
It was like the
Most
best.
fun.
Yeah, it's like the best, most fun cast.
Aw.
No,
Probably
think
not
you
the
can go
best to the producer, but the most fun we've ever had.
Yeah, so HusKKiee can go that level of flexibility, right? So I think that is a very important skill to have also. Yeah, you need to be very adaptable, not only to the people, but the situation, the game. There's so many things involved, right? So I think that you do that very well.
Actually, PUBG is the first time PUBG Mobile PMPL Season 2 was the first time I did Battle Royale. So I went in not knowing.
Wait, that's the first time?
I did Battle Royale. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Back then I only did Dota League, Rainbow Six, I think. Never done PUBG before. So that was to my memory, the first Battle Royale I did. And I had no idea like how it's like supposed to be, like how the flow is. So I was there learning from everyone, including you. I was just there like how do people
Like what's the flow like?
yeah.
How's everything?
I went in pretty blind, I'd say.
Yeah, so I guess like coming to it, right? One of the key things also is as a caster is you must be able to work well with your partner. Aside from you yourself able to pull off the play by play or pull off the color and all that kind of individual stuff, working with a partner is very important.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
HusKKiee is definitely one of the best out there, lah.
Thank you,
If
thank
not
you.
the best, lah. Right? I mean, honestly, it's very hard to compare.
Very
lah.
subjective to say who's the best.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
it's-
hard
I'm
to
just
compare.
happy to
Everyone has
be.
different styles.
I'm just happy to be Desire, you know.
Oh yeah, you're definitely
If I'm Desire, I'm happy.
you're definitely on top there in my list, lah, no doubt.
Yeah, if people are ranking like top 3, you'll be confirmed. No need to worry about it.
Yeah.
Top 3. Like if people want
I'll
to
be
see
happy
it.
with top 10, you know.
Right.
But then again, do we have 10
Do
people?
we-
Yeah, I want
I was
if you
about
want
to
to
get
top
there.
Top 5, top 5, top 5.
It's just 10. It's not top 10, it's just 10.
It's just 10.
Right.
I'll be happy to be in the list.
Now he's feeling the humble card, you know.
It's good enough.
Like,
Good.
come on, man.
Do I have any tissue here? I don't think so.
No, because actually, like the back then, because I was so fixated on being the best, and then I think it wasn't the right approach, or how I was doing it wasn't right. Like I was so obsessed with wanting to be the best, and then and then I forget about a lot of things. You forget to count your blessings.
Mm.
I forget to think about the times that I did well, and just like every time I come on broadcast, I look back and I'm like, I did quite bad. How can I improve?
Mm.
And just beating down on yourself every day. And then you feel like you're not making progress. What does the best mean? You know, at one point I really didn't know what it means anymore.
So you technically what you're saying is it somewhere close to being burned out?
Yeah,
Technically?
it felt like a very unhealthy obsession, you know.
feel that you are at the ceiling already.
Yeah, you feel like you're always at the ceiling.
Mm.
I have points where I really am at the ceiling. Like I could like feel it. I could see it.
The pressure of the
Yeah, but there are
yeah.
times where like I don't think I am, but it's just the thought of wanting to always be the best or wanting to become the best and stay there. It's like the pressure is a lot. So
yeah.
so like, and then it makes the performance worse. You know,
Mhm.
ironically.
And that was your thought process after you walk out like a Tony Stark and
No, not.
in a
It's
gig,
not like
I wanna
immediately.
be like
It's gonna be like
It's probably like my
months after.
second to actually no, my third to fifth year. I think
Mhm.
probably between like 2020 to 2022. Yeah, I think that was like the period where I was so like obsessed. It was like it's like an addiction to drugs. You know, like you are so
Yeah.
obsessed with wanting to become
I want to
the
be
best.
better, I want to be better, I want to be better.
Yeah. But it's like not in but the mindset isn't correct, right? Because it's just like I want to be the best. How can I be the best? And then every time I go back and listen to the VOD, it's just like, man, I'm so bad at this. Like why am I so bad? How am I missing all these things? And then it's like it compounds. Then it gets worse and worse. And then I burn out. And then and then I spiral. Then I feel very depressed and sad. But then I still have to work, right?
Mm.
So and then that and on top of everything like happens like outside of work makes it worse. So I think that period was like pretty bad. But I think the worst was probably like 2020.
Mhm.
So 2020 to 2022 was like the ultimate obsession of wanting to be the best. But 2019 and 2020, especially the whole of 2020 was like I think the worst period, like not career wise, but like life in general. So there's me being burnt out, and then there's a lot of things happening in life. Then like, oh, you have to wake up every day, go to work, but like, I don't like showing it that I'm having a bad time. So there's all that like weight, and then on top of like feeling like you're not doing good enough, and then you look at other people. I look at my colleagues, and I'm like, man, they cast so well. Like, why am I not that good? And I never know. Maybe I am like on par, but it doesn't feel that way, right?
Yeah.
So I just like every day go back. It's the same cycle for like almost a full year.
What? So you were juggling a day job that time?
Oh yes, so 2019 and 2020 was when I was juggling a day job.
Mm.
I then 2019 I
What
worked
were you
from
doing, if you don't mind?
2019 I was doing what do you call that, social media content from I think March until September. It was like a 6-month thing. They say social media content, but it was like a mix of everything, you know, had to handle events and stuff. Then afterwards I took a break, and then 2020 I took up a job. It's direct sales, like those 100% commission kinds. And then we were selling. We were not selling. We were asking people to subscribe to donate to the WWF for the animals, right?
Right.
Yeah, but it's like an intangible thing. It's not like it's not like whole weight or like supplements. So people are like, are you scamming? And because it's 100% commission, so if I don't make a sale that day, I don't get money. And I was not really like the wealthiest. I'm not like well off lah, like financially. But I was able to like hang on for a while because the year before I did M1, which is like another story. We can get into it in a bit if we have time. But yeah. So I was doing that sales and I didn't make money. I was losing money, but I think I earned something better than that. I earned a lot of like good colleagues and friends who got me through like a very tough period of my life. And that's like outside of casting. Like I still enjoy casting. Like I would finish work, go cast. And because they only have to work like four days per week. So some days I could request like, hey, can I not work on this day? And I have part-time job. But like personal stuff made it very hard. But my colleagues got me through it. Then after 1 month, I resigned because I wasn't making money, and it's just not what I want. Right, direct sales is not my thing. I cannot do that at all. And then COVID hit. COVID hit. We went into MCO, and I was like, what am I gonna do? It's hard to find a job. Running on like surviving on savings, but I did get my first PC from my M1 paycheck, which at that point was like the biggest paycheck I've gotten. So I got a PC, and I was like, why don't I just YOLO try full-time cast? I have no idea where to start. I have no idea who to talk to. Even though I've been in the industry for like 3 years at that point, I'll just blindly go for it. And then, luckily enough, I got an offer for the One Esports Southeast Asia Dota 2 League.
The Genting one?
One Esports? No, not Genting one. Not Genting one.
Oh, so ESL one, is it?
Yeah, that's ESL one.
Yeah, this one is One Esports.
One Esports.
Yeah.
Oh,
Invitationals.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got that. I accepted the offer. That was the first time I worked with One Esports, and it was pretty stressful because it was a regional league. Not only that, but also like people vouch for me, right? So I have to like pull on my A game, and
He's the Tony Stark. He came from Garena. From the other game.
He's the league. Oh,
He's the
no.
Just forget I said that.
He's a good guy.
Tony
Yeah.
Stark.
But there were people who like, is doubt the right word? Like they didn't know how like what my capabilities were, right? So they were
here.
it's like KIB, right? The KIB. Right. And it was like a month, almost a 2 month long league. So at first, obviously, I think I'm like the weak link. I think over time I got better at it at my job.
Who were you with that time?
I was with Danley and Arthur.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just 3 of us with paneling and casting, and eventually we got to work with OD Pixel, Fog, Lyrical. Yeah, so that was that. So that was like the first gig, and obviously it was also the one of the best moments of my life because I got to spend 40 minutes with OD Pixel casting a game of Dota. And it was also very challenging because I had to be the color, and I'm like, man, I don't know how to do this, right? Because OD is the play-by-play, obviously.
You can't take that away from him.
Yeah. So and like he like it's like meeting your idol. Like I literally work with my hero, even though it's not side by side, but still, I get to work with him, and it was out of nowhere, right? We were just supposed to panel and pass it to OD and Fog, and then I think like a couple minutes before we had to go on cam, we hear in our ear like, oh, Fog, I think he isn't feeling well. He just took his meds. HusKKiee could just step in. And I was like, what? Like, okay, sure. I was so nervous. But it was the best 40 minutes of my life. And I got to meet him last year, like in person. And then he remembers me. So and I still have his number on my phone.
Wow.
But I never text him because
you met at EWC.
Yeah, because it feels very creepy if I text him, you know. But
like,
I waited 3 years before.
I'm that. Your favorite Malaysian boy is.
Yeah, and you'll be like, okay.
Who is this? And he blocks me, you know. but yeah, so that was the best moment. And then after that, I remember after the final day of the broadcast, we step out of the studio and I instantly received a message for an upcoming big gig, and that was PMPL Season 2. So from that point onwards, it just kept on rolling in. So I would say, sangat bersyukur, very, very blessed to be able to do this full time.
Right, so that was like the rolling moment.
Yeah, it could have ended right then and there, you know. Like
it's not really you feel blessed as well, it's your talent as well. Your hard work is finally paying off lah.
That too, but like but then I could say the same for like some people I know, like even outside of esports, like you could be the best at your job, but sometimes you really need that luck.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so I really think I'm very lucky.
Right. So I guess from then onwards, it just went like, okay,
Yeah,
show after
then
show.
until now, I'm still doing this full time.
Yeah. So if you were to turn back time, right, and if you can change one thing about the actions that you took before,
Tough.
The actions I took before,
what would
actually,
it be and why?
okay. I think it's easy to answer because
Okay.
I technically already did it.
Oh.
I think the actions I did, I think it's just to be a bit more mature. Okay, that's a very general answer, but in a way where uh understanding like how to interact with people, like because back then I have very little understanding of like social cues. I didn't know how to talk
Like
to
you're
people
awkward
much.
socially. Would you say that?
I think I still am, right? But it's like the way I talk to people. Like I had no filter back then. I was like, I'm the facts don't care about your feelings guy. I think Lin would know, right? Like Lin has like seen that side of me.
Yeah.
The earlier days
Okay,
of
define.
Huh?
League of
Define.
Legends.
Yeah.
I mean,
Your perspective.
it's blunt truth.
Right.
So it's everything just blunt. No
It's like, hey,
filters or
Lin,
anything.
But it's not tactful, you
your
know.
hair is messy.
That's too kind.
Okay.
Worse.
All right.
I can't say what you done.
Yeah, but like I think the best way is not tactful, you know. Like
Yeah.
I can admit it now, like it's not tactful. Rude, I think to some extent, it's like
Yeah, for some people that does not know you and
Yeah.
doesn't like a third person that's we were talking to me and someone overhear it,
Mm.
it would sound like, hey, what happened?
Yeah, it's like-
why is he
it's
talking
like-
like that?
especially online, you know, like so like very obnoxious, very rude. And obviously there are a lot of people who try to like tell me, hey, that's not right. Try to help me. But I was a kid, right? So I was like,
I'm
if it's
correct. I mean,
if it's true, then it's true. Like why are we sugarcoating it, right? Don't like are people that much of a snowflake or whatever. So I just kept on doing that for like the first 2-3 years, I think for big part of my like initial years.
Right.
Yeah, but I think even till now, I still don't understand. I understood why I did it because I was immature, but I didn't understand why people stuck by me. You know,
Mm.
I still couldn't figure out why the people around me still decided to like stick by me. I don't know if it's like a difference in generation. I feel like right now if I do it, I get cancelled instantly.
immediately.
But-
Immediately.
But back then, like they stick by me. You know, they are still willing to stick by me, still like guide me. Maybe they see me as a kid.
But sometimes people
Yeah.
just love honesty.
That too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe yeah, but it's like I don't know why they decide to like help me or guide me. You know,
Yeah,
It's
actually,
like-
I was about to like try to ask
like
that.
why didn't they give up on me? Like it's not like it's not like a one-off thing. It's like continuous. Like you see this guy just very
He's popping up.
like he's like a POS lah. You know, like and then it's so frequent. And then they stuck around. They stuck around.
Who are those people who actually stuck up to you?
The Garena people.
Okay.
Garena people.
Jen.
Huh?
Can I name them like Jen?
Yeah, Jeff, a lot of Ashley, Adil, I think Hausen, half of them. You know, I probably can't remember all of their names. I think Jeanette was like, okay, maybe not Jeanette because I don't speak to her often.
Mhm.
What's her name? Well, actually, couldn't remember it for now.
Right.
But yeah, Kevin, Kevin, the production team, Arthur, a lot of them they stuck by, and then that and also like and I think the saddest thing is like I feel like I have wronged some of them, or maybe like just one person. But even then, like now that I think back, it was just me being a kid lah. Like I don't know how to patch it out even until today. We don't, but also like they moved on like maybe to other greener pastures, so we don't like talk often. But it wasn't like the way I wanted to end like our interaction when
Yeah,
when
yeah.
everyone split. Right now that I think back, so there's all that like they stuck by me. Yeah. Then afterwards, it was everyone else I met. You, Lin, every other casters I met, every production, like every client I work with, like mental fields like Lala, like they
Yeah.
continue to stick by. It's like every stage of my immaturity, my career, I meet people who somehow decided to stick by me through my worst times.
You know
Like,
when
it's-
was the first
yeah.
time that we met?
Oh.
Do you remember? I'm going to be your girlfriend now. Next question.
I want to say PMPL, but I feel like it's not.
You feel that there's
That's the most like clear memory, vivid memory I have.
Right.
Because that's when we work together.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. At least because I'm not your girlfriend, so you can just answer like that.
Yeah, I scared he would say that.
If I had a girlfriend, I'd be like, okay, enough. You're going home alone.
Yeah, what I'm worried is that he would say, he would tell me when we actually first met, and it's like, oh, you're a horrible person. I actually didn't like you.
Well, lucky enough, that wasn't the case.
Okay.
Because we actually had to work together.
Oh,
Was it
Yeah.
was it PNPL?
No. Okay. So
Was it before that?
it was even before. It was before M1.
WESG?
Before M1.
Is it WESG?
Let's see. I don't remember is it before or after, but it was actually a Dota tournament. There was this one for varsities.
Is it WESG or corporate league?
It's not. I forgot what's the name. You were part of the show.
IESF? Is it
Oh, wait.
IESF?
Yes, you were like league stage.
League stage.
It
is Dota. I don't.
Dota league
It's
stage.
am I in
Remember how
production?
the first time we met?
Yeah.
Yeah, that tournament. I forgot what's the name.
It is that tournament.
Yeah,
Oh god, I forgot the name as
I
well.
forgot
Is it a T
it was in
college
in your
varsity?
it's in my book.
It's
yes.
in your book.
And that happened in the mall. You were casting with Otomo. I was your observer.
Is it Predator?
No, it's not a.
It's a varsity
brand.
league.
It's a varsity
Yeah, it's a varsity league.
tournament. Yeah.
Actually, I remember that. I kind of remember vaguely.
Yes. So the main organizer individual was Nick Chang.
Oh, you.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, IOICT Mall.
Yeah,
Yes,
somewhere there.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
so I did Dota and I did HOK also, the China version.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Never mind. It was back then anyway.
Yeah, so it was IOICT
Do
Mall.
you remember the tournament name?
I forgot that.
I remember because it was a one-off. It was a one-off,
No, it's
but
not WESG. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
that.
Yeah, it's just a one-off.
It's a one-off thing.
And that was actually the first time that we met. I
Oh,
was an observer
really?
at that time. Yeah.
That is creepy.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah. So that was the first encounter memory that I had of you, lah.
Ah.
And then we were having a conversation of I remember it was just a few days more, or the next week is like M1 or something like that.
It
Yeah, it
should
was
be
like-
right.
it
It's
was like
2019. It should be 2019.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And the gap between M1 and that was like maybe like 1 or 2 weeks, something like
Wow.
that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we were talking about like you going M1, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. You get to go M1, like your prep and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was I mean M1 was a crazy thing also.
It's crazy.
That was
It
crazy.
Yep, M1 host.
What?
Oh, yeah. You were on the
Hey,
panel.
His
He was
his
the
photo/video, it was at M6,
yeah.
It was like the gallery.
Yeah.
That.
It feels weird.
Hey!
That's the OG.
Yep, that's how you know. So yeah, that's
Crazy,
actually to my memory, our first encounter.
That's so long ago. I remember that event, but it was so long ago. It feels so long ago.
It feels
Yeah,
so long.
it is whatever before pandemic is forever.
Yeah, it feels like it's
Yeah,
forever ago
Yeah.
before pandemic.
Because I think pandemic is where like so many things happen, especially for
True,
esports.
true.
Yeah, because everyone went online.
Yeah.
A lot of new faces popped up.
Yeah.
Things just bang like event after event after event. It was a lot of people. When I speak to like normal people, not esports people, okay?
And
Like-
we
like,
are not normal kids.
okay. When I speak to like non-esports people,
Yeah,
and then they go
non-esports.
like, pandemic. Oh,
It's so boring.
Let's not have it again, and all that. At the back of my mind, it's like,
Let's do it again, dude.
yeah, man. Round 2, let's go.
Pandemic was the time that all esport people have less rest because there's so much events going on.
But more money.
But
But more money, yeah.
we were the richest people.
We were earning good, like
Yeah.
most of us were earning quite
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, no, not gonna lie. If anyone read my book, then you will know that the pandemic was actually the spike,
The jump start for
the
esports.
jump start, right? And I believe
Yeah.
it's not for me.
No, it's for
I
everyone.
think it's also for you as well.
Yeah, I mean the pandemic was literally when I decided to go full time. I took a gamble, right? Took a gamble and it paid off somehow.
This,
Pandemic
esports
is the
selamatkan
time-
hidup aku, like part
Pandemic
two.
was really the time where I started going full production as well.
There you go.
I stopped casting during pandemic.
Yep.
And start production during pandemic.
Yeah, that's why when people say, "Oh, pandemic, let's not have it happen again," I just sit there like,
I was
Okay,
happy.
all right. No disrespect to the people who
Of course.
probably were impacted by the pandemic, but
Yeah.
this is just we're talking about from an industry standpoint, like digital industry, everything went up. So just disclaimer. to
Sorry, normal
viewers.
people. You're saying normal people.
I try to save the topic. Okay, I try to. Okay. So anyway, speaking about the topic or the rise of esports for HusKKiee yourself, right? So we actually have a new segment, and thanks to Lynn's idea.
Well, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay. We did ask, of course, it's optional to our guests, and HusKKiee did decide to bring not only one but two
Okay.
to show us an item that means a lot to you and why. Okay.
Okay, I have to grab it,
Yeah,
right?
you want to start from that one
Alright,
or
hold on.
the digital one?
I think I'll start on digital one. Actually, digital one, yeah, chronologically, right?
Okay.
Chronologically.
No, hold on.
Because
I'm just hovering.
I thought of a third one that's also digital, like halfway through, but that one I have to look on my phone. But chronologically, digital one.
Okay, let's talk about that first. Can we show it on screen now?
But we can't see it.
It's
Also, it's covering your feet.
okay. He sent it on to my phone.
I need to see it now. I can finally see the photo.
So now, I avoid reading it. So disclaimer to our audience: we avoid reading it before the show. Okay, all right.
Okay,
Should I read it out loud in case some of our audience are actually listening and not looking?
True,
at the
I
screen,
think better you read.
Okay. Okay, so it's an email that we don't know from who. I think for privacy, blurred out the names, which is fine. Okay. Greetings, HusKKiee.
Yeah.
I had a look at your cast and I have a few notes I'd like you to take a look at.
Ooh.
Strength. Proficient during play-by-play. Good job of identifying talking points. Takes cues well from fellow caster. Solid voice modulation. Does a good job of dragging words to gather thoughts. Weakness.
Okay.
Occasionally fumbles for words. Nerves? Language? Unclear. Next point. Sometimes uses more colorful language in the place simpler words that trip you up. Okay, maybe you need a bit more context for this, but we get to that. The third point, things to work on. Find a few easy to remember phrases to use to describe common events such as laning, killing, wards, etc. Don't be afraid to discuss things that aren't happening on the screen, i.e., when nothing is going on. Feel free to discuss team history, item builds, or other interesting facts. Overall, I think you did very well. And at this point, you are probably the strongest play-by-play caster we have available. Keep up the good work.
Okay, before that, I want to ask people at home as well. What do you think is the game that is this refers to? We already see.
I mean, after listening to his story, it's League.
Yeah, I would say it's League. Is it League?
Yeah, this is from our mentor. So we would do practices, then we would send it to him, right, to review. Yeah. We actually send VODs.
So this is after your Tony Stark moment.
I feel like it's before.
Before the Tony Stark.
Yeah, I think it's before because we had to send like practice reels. So this is probably before the first cast. And then I still remember, so give context to the colorful language thing, it's just I complicate my vocabs when I don't need to. Like use simple language to get your words through, but I try to like be special. So I try to use like more complex, like more flowery, more fluffy words, more fluff. I try to add more fluff. And I remember what triggered that was I was describing like let's say team A is the strongest, team B is here to try and take over team A. And instead of making it simple like, oh, team B is here to try and, overtake team A, they tried to usurp the king and take the throne, and I tripped over the whole sentence. Yeah, I remember that sentence like vividly. So this was by the coach, our mentor, right? I talk to him very, very rarely, every now and then. Sorry?
Who was your mentor again?
His name is Crow.
Crow, okay.
Yeah.
Crow, my guy, you're listening to this for whatever reason,
Also, we miss you. Please come back.
We miss you. We miss you a lot.
I want to meet you now. We're bringing you on the podcast.
He's such a father figure. I still remember him.
Can we bring you on the podcast?
Oh, yes, please. Okay, even if it's online, I would love to talk to him again.
It can happen. Producer, let's go.
Because last year, like last year or the year before, probably the year before, one of the years where I was having a bad time, and I remember I chatted him up, and I was telling him that actually, everything is going well here, right? Then because like he was such a father figure to everyone, at least that's how I see it.
He is.
And he's like, so he calls me kid, like so it's like, oh, it feels weird, but hey, it doesn't feel weird coming from him. And then like Oh, and then like he could sense that like something wasn't going well. Because I was just telling him that a lot of things like have been happening, here.
Yeah.
I'm still doing the same thing. And one of his texts was like, you sound like you have something on your mind. I'm like, wow, that's like really the father figure thing. They know. So something like that. But yeah, so he's one of the first like model
Mm.
I met.
Yeah. I would say the way that I would explain how he talks to people is like Steve for Blue's Clues.
Oh
When
yeah.
he talks to people. Yeah, have you seen Steve for Blue's Clues on TikTok?
No.
On TikTok? Oh, you haven't seen him on TikTok yet?
If I'll be absolutely honest,
You don't even
I
watch TikTok.
don't watch TikTok.
Okay, so just to be to explain to everyone out there, he will stare at you, and the way he talks to you is like a father talking to your kids. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what's on your mind? Do you have anything to say? Like, that soft wording,
Okay.
comforting
is he?
words. Huh?
How old is he?
I don't know how old is he.
Yeah, probably in
Oh,
his
God.
40s, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
He
okay,
does.
he's
Yeah.
that
He's
senior.
a dad. He's an actual dad.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
wow.
an actual.
Even when he was here,
With
he
a
used to
bot
dad.
and all.
Yeah.
With a bot.
I
Uh,
I can't confirm nor deny
I,
that.
I don't dug into his history or family stuff.
What I mean is my body, okay.
Oh. Oh, no, 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 no.
Okay,
No,
just
no.
He looks pretty like.
because when you say someone in that figure,
I thought you always say boy. You mean
Oh
body.
no,
Ah,
no.
you know the first person I would think of is like Kevin Pang.
Oh no. Definitely
It's
not.
got to be kind of
No,
like
no,
that.
no, 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 no,
No.
no. He's pretty healthy.
American dad.
It's
Oh
very-
man,
Wait,
you wouldn't say American dad.
No,
yeah,
he's
that's not helping.
he. I think he works out.
All right.
I mean, I can't be sure, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
I know. Please
But-
comment.
Okay. Yep.
If Crow
Well,
ever sees this,
we're gonna
Crow
make
ever
it happen, right? Like
I'm
we're
trying to
gonna
get his
him
phone
on the show.
number there.
Okay. Yep. So he senses that you had something clocking you.
it was like that time. I mean, we had a very good chat. We had a very good chat, and then one of the words he left me with was, "Don't." I'm paraphrasing it because I don't remember the full sentence, but something like "Don't be a passenger in your own endeavors" or something.
Oh God.
Wow, it's so
Dude, oh my
philosophical.
God,
Yeah.
dude, that
Okay.
hits too hard, too close.
Right? Like don't.
All right.
Maybe the last part was not entirely accurate, but it's something along that lines, right? Like don't be a passenger.
Define the.
So it's like you don't. You know what? I just to make sure that I get it right, I need to search it up.
Okay, so just hear that word, I feel like you understand what it means, right?
I mean, but I want to know what
Yeah.
context is for him, right?
Yeah, but that word alone is as a person who overthinks. I'm a person who overthinks. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I am the passenger of my own life. I'm not driving it. I'm just overthinking it. I'm just keep repeating the same thing, even though the mistake is that minuscule, but I amplified it.
Right. That is your context, right?
Yeah. For me, it feels like that is what he's trying to
Right.
say.
Okay.
Okay.
So
let's
I
go.
found it. So it was
Another screenshot here. I have the screenshot.
So I was just telling him that I was very grateful for like his guidance and everything, and
Yeah.
you know me, the boys were doing well, and like I never really took my time to appreciate like what we got right from the start, and then because at that time I was talking about like reflecting on life. I think it was 2023, reflecting on a lot of things. So he was telling me that self evaluation is like very important. It's like part of growing up, helps you develop into what you have, and then gives you the potential to break away what's uncomfortable for you, right? You break out of your comfort zone, and not everything that is easy is bad, but being uncomfortable sometimes is what you need to like go through, right? It's part of self-evaluation and self-examination, and to see what you are becoming. And then he leaves me with, the journey is yours to chart. Don't let yourself become a passenger in the endeavor. Yeah.
So how have you taken this?
No, I think it's very meaningful because I think that's also like 2023. I was already like I would say changed. I'm definitely not that obnoxious jerk anymore. But I was still dealing with like myself, right? The whole they call it like imposter syndrome or whatever. So that conversation made me like stop to like smell the flowers a bit more. Sometimes you just appreciate the things that you have accomplished. I would say, like sometimes I would sit there and be like, man, why am I not as big as other people, or why am I not like getting enough, or I feel like I'm not getting enough, and this and that. Then I forgot that I have accomplished a lot of things that people would dream of doing. I went to EWC, I went to M1, I did multiple games across multiple genres, and I get to do this for full time, which is literally the end goal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I don't think about it. Then when I do, I'm like, wait, actually, I'm already living
Someone
a
else.
lot of other people's dreams.
Mm.
But I want more, so it's like the want more part that sometimes you blind yourself.
It's not greedy. It's just you forget where your goalpost is.
Yeah, like you forget where you come from,
Yeah.
right?
And I think that's also natural human being, because if you want more, then you work for it, right? And
Yeah.
a bit of that is not a problem.
Yeah.
Rather than I'm content, and then I don't improve, or I don't do more, whatever it is in your
Yeah.
own personal context, then you will kind of be stuck there. Not only stuck there, you will be overtaken by people who are coming up from behind.
True. So there's that. I mean, I guess I don't know how it's like in like other regions or like even the Bahasa side. I know because English side we don't have like up and coming, sadly, right? Like our pool in the English talent is quite less, as you can see.
I mean, it's a fact.
So I know
It's a fact.
just to give context. So we don't
Even
really
you
have.
want to count like whether the person has only cast like tier 2 or
Yeah.
all the way down, like the pool is just that.
Yeah, the pool is very less, right? So sometimes it's just this random thought of like, what if one day like we decide to move on? Who is going to be the next in line? But not
Yeah.
only that, but also, like I gave myself a period of 10 years
Okay.
in this industry before I move on. That's the start. But I feel like if I can go beyond 10 years, why not?
How many years are you in now? As of this recording?
As of this, about to be 8 years.
We're
About to
reaching
be
the
like 8
threshold.
full years, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I started 2017, right? So yeah, 2025.
So
8
are
years.
you there?
Am I there?
Yeah.
As in like,
Want to look for something else, or do you think like, oh, I can
no.
go for more?
I think I will do this until like I cannot anymore.
So it's not 10 years lah.
It's not 10 years. That has changed.
Right.
Like I've moved the
goalpost has
I've moved the goalpost.
I know this is very predictive, but what
Yeah.
do you think will the I cannot anymore be?
Oh.
Or what would be the point that I decide that this is
That.
Or that.
Yeah.
if I lose my voice?
All right.
If you lose, okay, when you say losing your
If
voice,
it's like anything that prevents me from physically doing this,
Understand.
so it's not your passion, it's literally your body giving up.
if my body gives up, yeah.
Or do you have like another thing that you want to get into at some point? Like,
I think I want to
Go back to radio.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it would be. I think it's not like. I think it won't make me give up on casting. It's more like a choice, right? Like if I get to do radio, I want to branch out to hosting. I still want to branch out to hosting because I did have experience, but it was all like
like LaFell Rose hosting.
yeah, because it's like in high school and college. I've never done anything out of that, right? But I have. I would like to say that I have certain fundamentals just from college events. So there's that.
I'm going to give the hot take right now, right? Just to pause on that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Then why have you not hosted on like those stages where there are hosting opportunities?
Yeah, true. Have you promote yourself to say I can host?
Have not.
Right.
Immediately, I haven't because I was still like I still am. I think right now just focusing on the casting part.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I don't want to let go of it.
You want to solidify yourself a bit more.
Yeah. Or for as long as possible. You know, I feel like
Fair point.
I feel like leaving a legacy is one thing, but also like just being around. Like, I already get to live the dream, so I want to live it until I cannot anymore. But if it's to branch out, then radio hosting. One thing I'm interested in is actually production.
Oh,
like
wow.
One of the bucket lists is to produce like my own show.
All right.
It could be anything.
Okay, define what level of producing your own show.
Just being the producer for like program could be a tournament.
MPL or
are you going to look for like or university tournament? So you want to
official leagues.
You want official?
It's like dream big, something like that.
Go big or go home, right?
Yeah. So that's like if I do go down that route.
Okay, but so far you haven't made any moves towards that route.
No, so far I still want to stick to this. Obviously, like I've been streaming on and off, but I have horrible discipline when it comes to that. It's pretty hard for me to do it.
I feel you, dude. I feel you.
But I enjoy when I do it,
Yeah.
And it's actually interesting enough. Streaming is like my way of practicing my bahasa.
Oh, because you interact with,
Yeah. Then I try to like speak bahasa as much as I can.
Hey, dude, you should do Malay podcast because he wants to train bahasa.
Masih tak terlambat lah.
Kita boleh.
Saya tak terlambat 1 jam 44 minit. Yes, masih tak terlambat.
I mean, if only HusKKiee said this from the start, right?
Ya,
then-
tahu.
No,
Salah soalan dah.
I thought of it and I'm like, I don't think I can survive like 2 hours speaking Bahasa. Yet.
Yeah, much more than the Dota cast. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my God.
yeah, but I don't do like Bahasa for Dota. You know?
Fair. And there's no jargon.
You're going to fry his brain. You're casting Dota
Yeah, like-
in Bahasa. Oh my
No.
God.
Well, he did Mobile Legends in Mandarin.
Mandarin.
So
I did Mobile Legends in Mandarin. I did
What?
MAL
I did not know
Yeah.
that. What?
for just one season. So it was
Yeah.
with Riz Pew Pew. We both did Mandarin.
Oh
For,
my God, I didn't know
and
that.
there were
Yeah.
casters as
actually, we are doing Mandarin cast this weekend again.
Ah,
For
I know
complete,
for what.
for a completely different game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can I
lah.
say it?
But I mean,
Can you
it's
say
going
it?
to be
I know,
on
can-
the-
By the time we publish
Ni
this,
puasa already.
Yeah, it's Eximius
Yeah, it's
sees the
Eximius.
front line,
Ah.
Yeah.
which is probably going to be the biggest challenge yet because I'm like, man, this genre is different.
I want to claim, So the guys behind Eximius asked me, who do you think can cast Mandarin?
Do you know that?
This is your fault.
No. You have to
He got
understand.
a gig.
Do you know
So-
that when they actually before they asked you,
Yeah.
I would assume before they asked you,
Yeah.
I actually like Jeremy actually asked me already if I want
Ah.
to do it.
Yeah.
And then I got a message from his colleague and I'm like, I did Mandarin before, but I really don't think I can do this game justice in Mandarin.
Okay.
So I have to turn down.
Okay.
So I turned it down
Oh.
the first time. And then
Okay.
they got Riz. And Riz was like, I only know HusKKiee. So if you can get him, then sure. So I got
If not-
dragged back
if
in.
not, the deal is off lah.
And I was like,
Oh, so sweet.
And I was like-
oh.
okay,
Name me
okay. I
another
mean,
Mandarin caster here.
Can I say your name?
No.
eventually I agree. I agree. Like it was
No, I cannot cast in Mandarin.
it was pretty weird because I turned down,
Great
I turned
try.
it down, and then like I accepted it the second time,
Huh?
and I texted Riz. I'm like,
If
why did you
on,
do
I
this?
on it.
Yeah, why did you do this to me? No, but I got no complaints.
Oh my
It's
God,
like-
I really want a clip to add on to this podcast because for just as context, this episode is way in the future, uploading way in the future. So I really want that clip if we have any.
Well, the tournament is
clip?
this weekend.
Yeah, for the TikTok, like the clips, I
yeah.
can
Oh,
put
yeah,
it
yeah.
there.
Oh, you want?
Yeah, I think that would be pretty nice.
Yeah, that'll be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Note
let's
to
put that
self.
Or you
please
could just
edit.
take the MAL clips. Plenty of them out there.
Nah. I want I want the recent one. I want a fresh.
Yeah, what a
Oh,
fresh
God.
one. We want the hashtag of support Malaysia.
Yeah.
Why not put out? Why not, right?
Say, no
Yeah.
pressure for next week.
Yeah, no pressure at all. This weekend, in fact.
No, no.
This weekend. This weekend. Home.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, I like the story.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
the email. Now, and for the context of our viewers, actually, we did not read that. Although we set it up, but we choose just set up.
I was
don't
trying to
read.
close my eyes while setting up everything.
Yeah. That's all. Okay, and HusKKiee, you have another item that you bought,
Yep.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay,
Okay, let me grab it.
Okay, all right. Well, just so that the item like
Ta-da!
I mean, and then like tada, right?
I'm sorry, guys. This is so dumb. Oh, I
uh,
love this joke.
This is what happens when Lin is not only on the production desk, he's also the host.
Okay, sorry. He gave me coffee before starting this show. I'm hyper.
Tell me, should I give Lin coffee again for the next episode or not?
Oh.
Let me know in the comments.
It's
Okay,
Ready?
all right,
Ready?
here we go.
Ready? 3. Why is it so funny for me? Go. Okay.
So this red suit,
I remember
Right,
this red
okay.
suit.
This is like
Yeah.
your iconic suit, though.
I feel like this is the
This is
only
the
suit for you.
first iconic suit. I
Right.
mean, I have two more now, but this is the first iconic suit I have. It is the first suit that fits me. That's not oversized, Because the first two suits I have, I know Lynn will remember.
I know how to
blue, gray.
It was blue, gray.
They are both oversized at the sleeves and
Yeah.
the shoulders.
Your hair will be like this. Your sleeve will be like this.
Yeah.
What?
So my first suit.
Jammers, bro.
So this is the first suit that fit me.
Ah.
And it's also the suit I bought before M1 for M1.
4M1.
It was 4M.
Yeah, so I was like, so when I got M1, even before M1, the year before, it was KL Major. And
Yeah.
I remember I went there and I was like, I told a few friends, I was like,
Yeah.
you know how crazy it is if one day I could pass at Axiata?
Oh yeah, because it's at the same place.
Yeah, instead of just being an audience. And a year later, M1 happened and I got it. I mean, there's a lot of factors that led to me getting a chance at M1. It's like a whole FB and YouTube thing. But yeah, so I got M1, and then I was like, I need actual suit that fits. I can't wear like too oversized suits. So I got this for M1, and then I was like, wow. So what I said last year actually came true. And then M6 happened, and it was. I mean, I didn't get to cast the Axiata this time, but I still got to do M6.
Hey, you still did M6, right?
Yeah.
Wearing this?
You wear that?
Did I wear
like-
this?
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
At some point, I wore this, and I actually like tailor-made a suit for M6 too.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, so you wore another suit for?
I have another suit that I made for M6.
Oh, do you do it with army?
No,
Okay.
Okay. It's not that important.
but but I did promise that my one of my suits is going to be with him.
Right. Okay. So I'm locking him
It's
in.
just
Okay.
that it's just that the one for M6 I already had what I want in mind and who I wanted to go to, who the tailor I want to go to in mind. That's why.
As long as we have affiliate commission, just
Do we?
saying.
Yeah, I think we do.
I mean,
Yeah, we can have it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We don't tell HusKKiee about it. It's just
Don't.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
Trying to segue from that.
I know, right? I know, right? Okay. So this honestly, it was me, right? Like I always see you like this, like your iconic suit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
always
I think it's the
feel
most
like that.
iconic one because I think I'm like the first few that busted out like a red color suit.
It is. It is.
A
Yeah.
lot of people would just go for the plain black, wear
Black, brutal.
If I think of my head, whose caster will have bright color is you, J. That's all.
Gideon now does also. He has a pink suit, purple suit.
The purple suit.
But prior
Sorry,
to that,
purple suit?
he has
Gideon.
Oh, Gideon. Okay.
yeah.
The purple suit.
Does he have purple? I know he's a pink.
Yeah, I know
But-
it's bright, but I don't know if it's purple.
But he comes with a package. You know what's
Huh?
package?
What?
His outstanding hairstyle.
Ah.
Like now is already like the
No,
decent
no.
boy,
Like my whack hairstyle era is over.
No.
Do you remember my curry puff? Lynn sees it like Lynn probably saw it like for 2 years straight. So
It's so wrong.
No.
What kind of have you said?
I used to have the tallest hair amongst everyone.
The reason why it's called curry puff because it's puff. It's legitly puff.
Okay, it's not.
So you
It's not a fun one is like that. No.
like the amount of
pusing,
It's a pussy.
and it's solid. The amount of hair product I use, I could headbutt someone and injure them.
I remember that one.
It's funny because I was doing the production for some of your casting before this, and we all wear headset like this, and when we take it out, there's a dent.
It's like
It was so hard.
here's the bridge.
You know
Yeah,
the Tyler one.
Yeah.
It's his hair.
But that was the only like hairstyle I knew how to do. I
Next
was
time lah.
I was just trying to figure out like how to do my own hair. My hair is very stubborn, very stubborn, very hard to manage. A lot of volume, and like if I want to style it in any way, I have to use a lot of product. That's why it's a hassle.
Will you say like hairdo? Is it good to have a theme for your hairdo for casting? Like people have baju themes or bright colors, or your posing, your style. Or what about hair?
To a certain extent, it's a part of style. I think the recent one I found that I like the most is actually having it curled, like multiple layers of curl for the volume.
Oh,
And then you have the, what do you call this? The fringe. So it's like a curl, like a wave, like this.
Oh.
I had to share a photo to like,
Wait, I feel like
Wait,
it's
actually,
like
you know
the
what?
old school like.
I'm going to show the photo.
I'm trying to say
Alright.
Elvis Presley, but I don't know how to say the name. Elvis Presley hair.
Elvis Presley hair.
He did it before?
No.
Yeah. So
Just
this
checking,
one.
just checking.
So something like this.
All right. This one. Okay, so this.
Yeah. It's,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
like that.
it's like the cloud kind, like very
Right.
cloud, like fluffy. Then we did it for SPS also. So SPS, something like this.
Right.
yeah, this one for your head, for your face, it feels like it's natural.
Yeah, so it's something, I think it's something I like. But because I went to like a lot of hairstylists and they all say the same thing.
Oh.
My hair is a hairstylist's worst nightmare.
Oh,
Because it's so hard to manage. It's so hard. I'm like, I know, it's very stubborn.
I always say my hair is rambut carpet, but I guess yours the worst because your volume is too.
That and also like it's so straight, right? It's straight, it's volume, it's rough. So like to
Can-
style it and everything,
Can
it's
I?
yeah, go ahead.
Can I?
It's a very stubborn
I-
type
I'm
of
trying, I'm trying to put in my head like why is it stubborn? you
Because,
know?
okay, I think the best way is
volume?
when I need to style it
Ah.
to keep it in place. is a label.
So it's keeping it in place. That's the issue.
Because it's so stubborn, it moves, right? Like if you want to set it properly,
Yeah.
you need to really know what you're doing.
Like you need like somebody following you every 10 minutes to come do your hair.
Oh, no, not that
Then-
bad. lah,
You
but
need to rebonding your hair, the
No.
iron thing.
the suggestions I get is that perm the hair.
Perm,
But then
yeah.
maintaining the perm is another thing, you know.
Oh god.
You know, if I was husky, right?
Uh-huh.
With the hair, I mean. That one thing I would do, I won't do caps that time. I will do outrageous hairstyles every time.
Outrageous.
To be fair, I did it.
Every
I did it when I had long hair.
Wait,
Yeah.
I
You
I
see
think
it like
pull that off, right?
the Wild Rift time, the Wild Rift era,
Mm.
when I was doing what like my
Remind me again how it looked like.
the wild, last ride I ran. You want me to remind you how I look like with long hair or the styles I did with long hair?
Oh, I need more photos here.
man. That
Technically, like, you, not that. Like, I don't think my hair is just that.
show you.
just because Lynn has control of the camera, right?
So I mean, if you want to show
Really
anyone,
now.
this was like me.
Okay.
Like it was this. What was it? It was 2021. It's like a shoot when I had long hair. So
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you've seen this photo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
At first,
Okay.
I don't know
On the
who
camera,
who
camera,
this is.
camera.
Okay, camera. Here,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you see this?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like,
Who's that hot
man.
chick?
who is this Korean buff boy?
Yeah, actually, this is pretty nice.
Yeah.
you know?
So
But I can't,
Yeah.
if you do your hair like that, people will not recognize you. You need to rebrand your.
the one. Okay, I think the one like digital content I have.
Ah.
Which was a TikTok reel. I think you were referring to that earlier. The singing
The
thing.
singing one, yeah.
You will not believe this. Hold on.
Oh no, it's something happened.
So I look like this.
Okay.
I let
Oh,
my
yeah,
hair
yeah, yeah.
down.
Need to share. Need to show.
This was
Okay,
something that I saw.
who is this? Right or left?
Who is Husky?
Who's Husky? Right or left? Dude.
This is Husky
Dude.
Rina, you know.
Husky.
This is there's Brian and then there's Brianna. This is Brianna.
My god, tak kenal bodoh.
And I just came off of pink hair some more, so that's why you have the blonde like bleach
Oh my god.
tone.
Do you remember the number of times people come up to you and call you babe or something?
Not babe, but they call me Amoy. One time I was at the petrol station and then I was pumping petrol out, obviously. Then
yeah. What else
one of the
going on?
workers was like from behind because I had my hair down. So the worker was like, yeah, Amoy. And turn around. It happens at public toilet also, like Genting Premium Outlet and Sunway Pyramid, I remember. So I think it was Sunway Pyramid. I went into the toilet, right? I think it was after a movie.
Okay.
After the movie, I went to the toilet. Then there's urinals, right? So I was standing at the far end one.
Okay.
Because I prefer to be isolated.
We all do.
So I was at the far end. I'll never forget this. I was at the far end. A group, like what I think it was a group of friends. Like one
Okay.
guy came into the toilet.
Okay.
He saw me.
Okay.
He looked at me. He turned back. He looked at his friend and he walked out. And then a while later, they came back in because they were so confused. Like they were like, "Are we in the wrong toilet?" Like,
Double take. It's literally
It's
a
like-
double take.
yeah. And
Huh?
even in Genting Premium Outlets, it was the same thing. That time,
no.
I think COVID was still a thing. I mean,
Okay,
we were still pretty worried, right? So
Yes.
I was wearing a mask.
Oh.
My hair, I was tied up. I tied a ponytail. So I wear a mask. I used the toilet. I came out. This auntie saw me.
Uh-huh.
And then, when auntie has that, like, what the hell look?
Yeah.
And just like, the auntie just they looked at the toilet sign. It's like,
It's here. Huh.
Absolutely confused.
yeah. So,
Do you speak that time?
no.
Okay.
I would love to have a photo shoot session of you, normal hair, and you with the long hair, and Photoshop it like you were dating, and just tell people like, "This is my
I do
new
like
girlfriend."
this,
Yeah. And people are like, "Hey, is that your new girlfriend?"
it is so dry.
Oh man.
I haven't reached that stage yet. Thankfully.
It's a bit too late, lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, it's a form of loving
Yeah.
yourself.
But I get to try a lot of different hairstyles, like when I had long hair. So that's
Do
good.
you miss
Yeah.
it?
Do I miss my long hair?
Yeah.
To a certain extent, yes. In fact,
You see, it
I
has
think
to have
if I had a choice,
Uh.
I cut it not because like I wanted to cut it.
Yeah, I was about to ask
Ah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so this actually leads up to like MPL, right? I wanted to join MPL,
Uh-huh.
and then like because when I had long hair, there were only like two sides of the coin. People who really like it, and people who found it horrendous and want me to chop it off.
There's nothing in between.
There's no in between. And then I think like
Who find that horrendous?
Yeah, I'm loving the
I
fashion.
love it. I
But-
love the creativity level you can come
Yeah,
up.
but I think there are people who like prefer me with like short hair. It looks more presentable with short hair, I guess. And I think that's like the consensus shared by MPL, or maybe not MPL, maybe certain people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who, but I think like, but I gave it some thought, and I was like, yeah, maybe that like short hair is the way to go. If I want to be in like a league like that, I don't think I've reached a point where I can go for like crazy style. At least not in a big league. That's
You
what I was thinking.
You can, because let's just say this. Ikuto did change weeks 4 times in a HOK tournament. HOKC Ikuto changed 4 weeks in between game. And
Yeah,
people still
but those are wigs, right? Like you don't have to grow your hair
yeah,
out.
okay,
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah, that's like a one-off gimmick.
yeah.
it's a gimmick lah.
Yeah.
That point. Yeah, okay,
But this is like
So I
your
think-
identity.
Yeah,
right?
so I think for that is I'm like I thought about it and I'm like, if that's what it takes for me to get in, to go back to like a short hairstyle,
Uh-huh.
more like what do you call presentable, more like normal, not normal, but more like how do I put it? More
More presentable lah.
presentable, yeah, presentable, like,
Boleh dijual, that kind of
something like that. Then then I chop it off.
Yeah. Unless you are that caster from League of Legends, the short hair with a tattoo on the neck that kills constantly.
Frost
change-
screen.
Yeah, they always change hair in between tournaments. Like this tournament red, this tournament blue.
Though I mean, Mars has like medium length hair. Maybe I could do that one day if I wish to.
yeah,
But
It's
then
just
you'll
that-
be Mars.
Yeah, but that'll be Mars. That and also like it's a hassle to take care of long hair.
true. Yeah. Even now, you see, you need a kilo and a half of wax hair.
Yeah, I don't miss the time where I had to dry my hair after like showering when you had long hair,
yeah.
because it was pretty darn long. Like I could let it's like what?
That's like adding 15 minutes
Sound
just
here?
to dry.
Yeah. It's actually very long.
I try to relate, but
Same lah. My hair is not that long. What?
yeah.
You could try blow drying Lynn's hair and then you multiply that by like 10 times or something. I don't know. The
I've never
time
blow dried Lynn's hair before.
the time it takes to
Just-
like dry
just
his hair,
be
and then
sure.
you like tenfold the duration.
Does it take that long?
It does.
Okay. Actually, SPS in the hotel is the first time I used hair dryer.
You never use hair dryer to dry your hair.
Yeah, I always bald. This is the first time I have long hair.
Yeah,
You're not
you
wrong.
cut
You're not
the-
wrong.
Yeah, I only cut at the half. This has been here for 6 months. This is the length of my hair for 6 months. Yeah, my
Wow.
hair grows so slow. So in SPS, I was using the hair dryer for the first time, and this short hair, it takes me 5 minutes to dry. 5 minutes. I can't imagine how long does it take for your hair.
I mean, this one is not bad. Like 5 minutes would be fine. It's
So
just
it's like that hair.
Yeah,
this hair.
Half an hour.
No, not
Your
that bad. Probably like
electricity bill is
10, 15 minutes.
do this.
Maybe 10 minutes. I mean, I can sit
I
through
would-
like 1-2 songs.
I will give up in like one song. Just, fuck it.
I tried like to let it air dry, and it was not a good idea because it took so long.
Oh my god.
It takes very long. It's crazy.
Anyway,
We change to a hair
Yeah.
for the quick 20 minutes.
I know, right? There's not a lot of hairstyling
Yeah.
tips here, but yeah, I guess we are already 2 hours in. Wow.
Yes, we
Okay.
are. So yeah, we
As
might need
always,
to.
So we are towards the end of our episode. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of discovery about who HusKKiee is,
The
his
hair.
bouldering, the hair, and most importantly for me, my takeaway from him is that his the stories of how he persisted
Yeah.
himself to go and do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What important for me is the passion that you have on improving yourself and fighting your own fight. It's not comparing with everyone else. Who cares? You're fighting with yourself.
I mean,
And
that,
believe you're the best.
Yes.
yeah, but that was like part of the fight, lah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fight
yeah.
with yourself, I fought with myself because I was comparing with everyone else.
True. Yeah, that's
Mm.
why.
Yeah, so there's that. The amount of times I wanted to give up, many of times it's just that whenever I think of that, I'm like, but I'm living my dream.
And some people stuck there, but you broke free of it.
Yeah, that's yeah. So, but I would say, I mean, I'll take this chance to just say that, this I've always wanted to make this speech, like maybe we might win an award or anything, but
Here you go.
I've always wanted to say that, what I have now, I would say is less of a product. Well, a big chunk of it is not because of me. It's more of the people around me. I'm very grateful of everyone I met, friends, colleagues, whether we are still talking or whether we are estranged already. I think I learned a lot from everyone around me. Like a lot of them like gave me a lot of wake up calls. And they stuck by me when I was at my worst, even though I would have given up if I had to deal with someone like me back then. So a big part of my career, I dedicated every single achievement to everyone around me. 'Cause I think without them, this wouldn't be like I wouldn't be here. You know, like they are the building blocks of what I have, and I am just lucky enough to be able to be a part of that journey and to be able to sit comfortably at where I am. But I wouldn't be able to do this myself. So I think it's like constant reminder of being grateful to everyone around me.
It's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
poetic. We're poetic.
Yeah, and it's also to remember that you are where you are, the successes that you have gained, and I think this is something that everybody can also take into heart. It's not only because of you and you. There is always people around you that supported you to be at where
Yeah.
whoever you are out
Yeah,
there, right?
out there.
It's
Yeah,
like
so I guess that's
the One
also
Esports
reflection.
League, M1, what do you call the return to MPL, you know, people vouch. I know people vouched for me. And then it was like a year-long process, so it wasn't like easy.
Yeah.
Then what do you call it? EWC also, like, so all of this, like I wouldn't dream of being there. In fact, EWC I was about to give out on the thought. I'm like, it's not gonna be me, right? Like this is too big, stage is too big for someone like me. And then it happened. Yeah, but it wouldn't be if not for like all the people I work with. But it's like the network you build over time. But it wouldn't mean anything if, you know, the people don't like you or whatever. Yeah. So there's that too.
Right. Okay. So, leading towards the end of our closure for our podcast, what is the future for HusKKiee? Like, what's your long-term goal?
Uh, Simple answer is just want to keep doing this. Just want to keep casting. Be the best if I can. I'll be the best version of myself. I think that's the best way to put it. You know, leave behind a legacy. Like compared to everyone else, obviously there are a lot of things I don't have. I don't have like big followings or the influence that a lot of people have, but I at least want to be remembered for like my best works. I think that's all. Like go to the biggest stage. I think there are a lot of things I still haven't accomplished. I want to accomplish all that, and then once I have, I want to keep on uh, maintaining like those accomplishments for as long as I can. Yeah, very simple. Like very simple, very simple goal. There actually isn't really much like.
It sounds simple, but it actually takes a lot of work, and we, especially here, knows how much you work for.
So I want to take this one step ahead. One level. Do you have any short-term goals?
Short-term goals.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be like work, right?
Yeah, doesn't have to be work.
Short-term goals. Be better at bouldering.
Okay.
We are
okay.
topic
So
number one, baby.
so
Bouldering.
so that and also like fitness in general. I actually started getting into like gym a lot since last year actually, but my primary like source of gymming is actually like the climbing gym. Less of like weightlifting, but trying to get into it. Like discipline is a hard thing for me, but I'm trying. Started on protein, like learning about protein shakes and all that.
Protein shakes.
Yeah, actually today is like day number 2. So
really fresh.
We'll see like in 2 months what happens. Like if I actually become like I don't know.
You know, after 1 year, let's invite back and he'll sit down like this.
I'll be like,
Yeah, he'll be Tyler one.
Oh,
I'll need like 2 chairs, you know, like in case I break. No, I'm not going. But yeah, so that
you get declined when going to lift.
yeah, that too. No, but I can't like. But I'm not aiming to be like a freaking boulder because then it'll be hard to climb actually. Like
That's true. Too much muscle. Then
yeah, so that's one of it. I think the other one is get my own place, move out, get my own place, and
be a big boy now.
be a big boy.
big commitment, really huge commitment.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be buy, rent. Obviously, ideally is buy.
Of course,
but yeah, we'll see. That
in this economy, huh?
I know. Rent just went up.
Oh, really? Oh my god.
Okay, not my place, but like other places. In general.
Yeah.
That and also, be more consistent in streaming. Like I enjoy the interaction, but it's a tough thing for me.
Yeah, okay. I just want to segue a little bit more, okay, about the whole streaming thing. Like, why do you think that you can't keep
Yeah,
consistent
what's the bump?
with streaming
The
slash
bump?
content?
I think
What's the bump?
I just lack of discipline. It's like
okay.
it's like how do I put it? I enjoy the process,
Uh-huh.
but to get myself to start it, it's like, oh man, I have to set things up again. It's like once I get into the groove, it's very fun. I can actually do it for hours.
You wish that you can just sit down and not need to set up and just like, okay, just go.
Yeah.
What if there's an automation that always start your stream at 5 p.m.? Like, imagine this. Your PC will turn on by itself. You are not ready. You must say bogil with the towel and all.
And the OBS just goes live.
It just goes like, "Whoosh."
Like, whoa, calm down.
Eventually, I
Dude,
will.
I'm gonna find out.
Like,
I'm a guy. It's not a girl. Calm down.
Like eventually, I would like do it.
But it takes time to warm up, lah.
Yeah. It's that.
Right.
Is that?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that. And also like a lot of things going on, right? I mean, I say a lot, but I think compared to a lot of people, I have pretty less. Obviously, I want to dedicate a lot more time to like working out. And then sometimes I just want off days where I play games, do nothing. I don't interact with people.
I would love to watch you do a gym live stream.
Gym live stream. Actually, I had no idea how to do that. That and also, I thought of it, but I always
Put it aside.
I always feel very awkward, like in public, and then there am I with a
totally
camera.
agree. Understand. Yeah.
So I never like drop. I mean, the most I do is I record like my climbs.
yeah.
But I never like or walk around with a camera. Like, it feels very weird for me.
You're
I'm-
walking and talking.
I'm too socially awkward to do that.
Yeah, he even has a page dedicated to his climbs.
Yeah, I have an Instagram
Instagram.
account.
What?
Yeah.
I need to
It's
follow
called
that.
Yeah, we
HusKKiee on the
will-
wall.
HusKiee on the wall, or we'll leave it in the comment section.
That
The description.
yeah, and sometimes I need to like attend Toastmasters also. So
Ah,
that's the
and
one that like takes up like some time.
yeah, I mean, you're doing a lot of things behind the camera, so that's what
Yeah.
takes up time. And of course, other times you want to have your own personal time to do your own personal things.
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
a
yeah.
movie, Netflix or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Totally understandable.
Yeah, doing content is not that easy.
Yeah. So my form of content is just
Yeah.
climbing, so easy. Record like successful routes.
Hey, who knows? By the time
Yeah.
he ends up going bouldering competitions, he
Yeah.
wins, and then he's basically a bouldering pro player,
Yeah.
and he has already all this content.
You know you can expect to talk to people and say, you think you're good at me in like league of what? Fight me on.
And then one day
beat you.
EWC says we got e-bouldering. I mean, chess happens.
So you imagine VR headset.
But I'm not even close to being like qualified to compete. Like
But you're better than us.
That's fine.
it's a low bar to clear, I would say. Like for example,
He
they're
says
like
you're noob.
I can't even go up.
they're like so one of the gyms I go to, there's like 15 levels, right? Level 1 to 15, 15 being the highest.
Is this?
And then I'm only like at 7. I mean, I've done 8 and 9, but not consistent, so I don't count them. The consistent one is like 6
you
and
should
7.
count them.
Yeah, I've done like 3 9s, but the rest I can't, but because it requires different routes, requires different parts of your fundamentals and like body and technique. There's certain things I cannot, like power moves. I can't do power moves because I don't have the strength. So there's all that. So I'm not even close to being qualifying for competitive.
I really wish you could take us to this. And we should like do a live podcast there just to try.
I want to do
we
bouldering.
go.
I mean, I
Yeah.
can take you to bouldering and you can record it, but
It's going to be.
It's going to be the bouldering challenge, you versus HusKKiee.
Yeah, it's going to be me trying to go to level 1.
Hey, okay, we already have the swimming challenge with
Yeah,
Ami
yeah.
and Kelvin Park.
Yep.
You are going to do the bouldering challenge with HusKKiee.
Why?
Oh,
Why are you
just
doing this to me?
Because
What about you?
we gave your idea.
This is true. I was so like intrigued by it.
I would
Bouldering.
say
Yeah, with
actually,
bouldering, yeah.
actually just to you might see like a lot of people who climb are like the thin, lean, or like muscular kind, but there are also people who are slightly bigger size that does it. Like it's doable. I've seen
Like
examples of
Lin-
that. There's one Instagram account. I think this guy is from the UK or US. I need to find his account. But yeah, he's pretty big size, but he is pretty good at it.
I actually want to see.
I will find it and I'll send to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
You
find it.
wanna
I'll
see
send to
that?
you.
I'm curious.
Right.
Like he actually like can do, so. And obviously I think because of that he also like started gymming a lot. I would assume because
Okay.
it goes hand in hand eventually.
Dude, Master Dole? Okay, so there's this Malaysian content creator, Master Dole. He's big. He's bigger than you.
Oh,
But he can do
is that
back kicks.
is that the guy who do like a big guy who do black flips?
Back kicks,
yeah.
taekwondo stuff basically. So I mean, if you can, then it's
Yeah. I'll just run into the enemy.
He does the sumo style. He just clotheslines them,
That's close like me.
Oh, they go like you. We will test that one of these days.
Yeah, the moving goalpost.
Anyway, okay, wow. So that if you want to see Lynn doing the bouldering challenge,
No.
put it in the comments, okay? So anyway, we are already at the end of our podcast. We extended so many times because there's so many amazing stories for you to share. And maybe our next episode, who knows that we can do one, two. And
I mean,
bouldering.
I could sit here for a whole day, and there's probably still more stories.
That's
so many like side arcs, it's like those filler arcs.
That's the problem. We put casters on the guests.
Yeah, we can't stop talking. And that's why we have a podcast.
Yeah. In fact, teaser some of our episodes, in case you have not watched it, are with casters, so you know what I mean. Anyway, so but okay, closure. If you would like to see your personal guest, whoever it is, on the podcast, do leave it in the comment section. We'll try to make that happen. We have done that before, actually, for somebody who has commented and say, I want to hear from this person. And we actually brought it in, and it went like, wow, I can't believe you actually got it. We tried, right? So put in the comments, whoever. And if you want to follow HusKKiee, where can they find you?
You can find me at HusKKiee on Instagram. If you want to follow my climbing account, it's HusKKiee on the wall. TikTok is also HusKKiee, but with an underscore. But I think if you type HusKKiee, you'll find it anyways.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're very easy to find.
Yeah, HusKKiee.
Yeah, to save you all the trouble, we'll leave it in the description.
Yeah, just click down there. We lazy people, we just click.
Yeah, go there. All right, and that is all for Podcast Tak Berlesen. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because we need to make more money as well.
We need more cameras. We lost one already.
Yeah, we lost one camera. That's why we need two. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.